Alright. Fuck it, I'm back. I'm back. The camera issue was really pissing me off. It was like, it really was taking a second to like sit and actually figure out what was going on. But we did, figured it out. I think I'm gonna have to just stay with this one for a bit because apparently now when I use my avatar, it really slows everything up, which is just annoying. So I'll stream for another couple hours, then I'll call it quits at around 7 like I usually do. Man. Yeah, let's just keep it going. And I also saw this video that I also wanted to share.
No, there was, I don't know, one was a girl.
Oh, interesting.
So, but it was funny. Take just the idea of like it could be something, because I was always a research paper of like Kevin Nealon and Dennis Miller, everyone I liked, Seinfeld, everyone I saw. You just start steering your style from just comedy in quotes. It's like music when girls are like, I like a guy that's funny. It's like, well, what kind do you like?
Yes,
because
exactly.
there's so many kinds. It has to sync up. So, do you like R&B? Do you like rock? So with comedy, it's like this kind I like. I started to hone it. I started to think that that was funny, and then started to write. But writing part of it is tough too. But some of these stories are funny. And then I did a joke I was saying when I was on the road, and this headliner right before I brought him up, he goes, "You're going before me?" I agree. And he goes, "No Jeopardy jokes, no Wheel of Fortune." No, but he's doing my whole act. I'm like, uh-huh. And he's like, no this, no this. I'm like, he goes, "I do all that shit." I'm like,
oh no.
Oh, and a funny coincidence, so do I. So I literally had not only did I have a Jeopardy joke, I had a play school fucking xylophone.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Good time.
Lost all respect.
We got
Phones just lit up.
Yeah.
And I go like this, bing bong. Oh boy.
That was the 70s. You know, it was a different time.
My buddy lived at Columbia, and Vic Henley,
We know Vic.
We knew Vic, yeah.
So Vic, shockingly for being a goat roper from fucking Alabama or wherever he wound up in Arizona. So I met him, and then we lived together for a year.
Wow.
And he had a gacked out roommate. His roommate was so gacked out. I remember when Vic was gone, I was kind of scared of him because he was so fucking, and he had all this cola, and he's like, "You're fucking doing something tonight." And he was like tweaking, and I'm like, you know, I would love it. It's just at this juncture right now, I have to kind of go over here and do this. It's like, I had a whole day the next day, and he fucking trapped me in the kitchen, and he's like, "Do this fucking line." I'm like, "Dude, I can't." And he was like, he goes, "I'm gonna beat the shit out of you."
Oh, wow.
Fucked up. He's all fucked up. And I was like, I did it. And then it was over. He's like, all right. Then he went and watched TV, and I'm like, no, what now? I fucking was like John Bonet. I walked around the apartment complex 3,000 times. Next day ruined.
Yeah.
Didn't go to sleep.
Yeah.
I was like, and it was literally. Anyway, so
I also ate something. Like I ate
this
something
is supposed to be
legit.
fun. It's not fun when you have a gun to your head.
Right.
And then immediately the fun was over for him once I did it. So I escaped my pounding. By the way, the Comedy Store basement, a little thing. Now I wasn't expecting miracles. I'd never been down here to see where the bodies are buried, but this is just a ghost of a Pauly Shore hand job from 1991.
There's so many rooms.
I didn't know. This is.
Was there pressure on your cast SNL to get fucked up? Was everyone
It was
so much?
actually less.
Farley.
Yeah.
I think Farley took it upon himself to keep the traditions going because it was too valuable of a job.
Right.
Yeah.
Sandler was never a big drinker. Chris Rock never. And it was more. Everyone was so lasered in on the job going. The word around there was you're about to get fired. And we still talk about that word. Even today, you can ask Sarah Sherman, anyone there, they're like, I think I'm going to get fired. because you just don't know, and you're never doing quite good enough in your eyes, and you're in that bubble of the, you know, you do the show like I did last week, and you don't know anything until you leave, and someone's like, oh, hey, I saw you. Then I'm at the airport, and the guy's like, oh, I saw you on Find Us. I'm like, you did?
Right.
Because you forget that it goes out to the whole world, and then it's on TikTok, and it's on, you know, whatever, Yahoo News. So if you're there over and over, it's just like a little click. We didn't drink. The question is, we didn't drink and get too fucked up, unless maybe the week's off the day after the party, because we had to be. I knew I had to give every possible way to be good on that show.
Yeah.
And I was falling apart anyway, because the stress of just like losing weight and feeling like shit, just eating pizza all day. We didn't know what carbs were. This is honestly, I swear to God, I did not know what carbs were. It was just pizza, probably not great for you.
Yeah.
Pizza, spaghetti at night, not a water bottle inside. You know what I mean? Like, my dad had a glass of water in 22.
Yeah.
There's people that do not drink water, and then you're like, you need about 3 gallons a day.
It's like, it went from nothing to just, I have to drown.
Right.
Exactly.
Who were the hosts that were awesome and who sucked? Like, as a human, I mean.
Still got beef with Eddie Murphy.
I don't.
Oh, good.
I don't. I'm
Squashed
gonna have
it.
to see him at the 50th.
Come on in, Eddie.
Yeah, I'd like to see Eddie do stand-up again. I mean, that would be fun, but I think it would be hard for Eddie, like you said, to just practice.
Of course.
No one gave a shit back for the day. He's in New Jersey, wherever he lives, and just doing clubs. And
Yeah.
no one knows what's going on, and now it's just too much news.
It's news.
It's all news.
Exactly. Every phone comes out.
Yeah, how did, at that level, how do you work out? I guess you
I
can't.
guess Chris, I mean, everybody likes to tell. Like,
But
these
Chris
guys.
will pop into the cellar.
Right, but it's still, do they have to put their phones in a bag? Or?
Yeah, everyone does it.
When Chris comes in?
No, just default.
As you walk in.
That's the new thing there. Kind of nice.
I know that.
Come by. We'd love to have you. Say the N-word.
I did figure out finally a way to call the seller and get in, and so I was like, oh, because I was. But if you don't know anyone, I'm just gonna walk in and. How dare I try to bump or something? Look
Just
like a
shoot me.
fucking asshole.
Great show. Throw that around.
You can throw.
Lost and found. The guy Cuzco's here from Emperor's New York, he said. Fucking C's part.
But you never know. I mean, didn't Dana Carvey went viral online for just doing a bite? Is that where SNL plucked?
Yeah.
Figured that's incredible.
Well, we were doing the our stupid podcast, and we were joking that they never do Biden or
Yes.
the show, and he goes, I think I kind of got a hook on Biden. And he would do a little bit, then he had a new one, and he's like, and furthermore, and see here, and here's the thing, and
Yeah.
and then we start doing that. We did that, and we talked about Fauci,
Oh, right.
and I mentioned something at the border.
How's that not a
just
headshot?
that, you forget that people are so used to hearing this one.
Right.
Like, I think we're supposed to talk about everything. And I just said, it was something about COVID, of course. And I said, I knew it was kind of a scam, because if they're letting everyone in the border and they don't give them a shot, then what am I doing? Like, if it was so scary, legal, illegal, you have to get a shot if you're coming in.
Right.
And if they're not, I'm like, I can't go to work. That's all I said. I go, that was something sketchy going on. And that was 6 million views in 1 second. I was like, oh, wow. Oh, what happened? They're like, and then half the people are like, fuck you. I'm like, fuck me, what? What am I saying?
Yeah.
And then Dana goes, he goes, Fauci's like, you get a shot. You go to the airport, you get a shot. We're going to have 6 shots today. We're going to shoot the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
my
just
God.
being funny like that. Again, people flip out. We're like, is this really controversial to make fun of? You're supposed to make fun of everybody.
Yeah.
You can't just praise everyone.
Right.
So then he said Biden. He's like, hey, come on. And he made fun of Biden. And then we do that a few times. And then, he makes fun of Trump, but no one says anything. But we make fun of Biden, and we got mad. And so then we're like,
Yeah.
we're doing both. We're doing both.
Yeah, that's what you should
I
do.
think it's good for SNL that they're doing both now.
It was
Definitely.
good. Then they saw Biden. They said, why don't you come out and do it?
Right.
And he was like, oh, shit, yeah, because it was getting funnier. And I said, Dana, we should put up a podium and just do like a little sketch about it. Because
Yeah.
it's funny. You're just doing it right here, but put a wig on you or something. Anyway, they brought him out, did it. It was kind of a good, way to do it. And then and now he's doing a lot of stuff out there.
Oh, great.
Yeah, fun.
Again, why the internet is great, because they would have said no. You can put it online yourself.
But they had to see that it worked. Somebody
true.
liked it. It started to work.
Right.
And they're like, okay, it was like an audition in a weird way. They go, oh, that works.
Yeah.
And he should do Fauci, but Fauci's not around anymore. But he does a lot of funny people. I mean, he's so good at just picking something and then grinding it down and getting it going.
Dude, we had the VHS of Opportunity Knocks in my household.
Oh, yeah.
That was my brother's favorite movie. So we watched it probably 12 times.
Yeah. He gets a lot of people that know the old movies. I think after you got that?
I got it. Couldn't
God, I wish you
figure
had
it
a
out.
close-up of slow motion.
I'm very indecisive.
You were hovering over it. You're like, that's fun. And then you go, I don't want to interrupt the story, but
Exactly.
Fucking lunar landing. Dana's great. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, he's great. He's always great.
I like you two turds dressed up in tuxedos.
That's all Photoshop. It's not even a real tux.
Is that real?
Yeah.
That's not real.
Oh, you fucking
We don't even own a tuxedo.
tricked. One for one. You tricked me when I walked in. So you go up and do spots after this, or how does it work?
I'm flying home.
Oh, yeah, you guys are going home today.
We did 4 last night.
4 of
no.
these?
We did the show last night, but before that,
Yeah.
Oh,
We
horrible.
were running into the ground, man.
Oh,
we worked way too hard on this.
It's hard. If you get someone that doesn't talk, luckily I'm a fucking yapper.
Yap it up.
But I yap because on ours, if people don't talk, you go, oh, and then they go, you over talk. I go, well, people aren't talking.
I know.
It's very hard to think of shit to ask people.
Right, it's work.
Either that they don't get asked or whatever. You just want to sort of bullshit like you're at dinner. And I go, I don't care if people over talk, but it's hard to keep things moving.
I like when people talk because then it's less to do.
You guys, I like you guys are both zoned out. It's good. You guys like action.
I thought you were Jezelnik.
Is it over? No, I cut my hair now. He looks more like me than
Yeah,
I.
he's got the flip.
Yeah, he flipped.
Now
He
it's mine's
changed
fucking
it.
buzzed because in Bus Boys I might cut off all the sides and dye that top black. I'm just like fucking around with it and just wind up with a wig. Who knows?
Top black. You're like a famous blonde guy. I don't think you can go dark.
Some of the salt is taking over the pepper. I mean, this I just saw in the back. I thought was blonde, and someone goes, "It's Greg." I go, what the fuck did you say?
Yeah.
You know who it was? Alfred. He walked up behind me getting a little aggressive. That too? Jeez, I can't win.
We had him on this pod, and we were trying to be reverent and supportive. He's such a legend. And we played all his sketches, and they all died. It was brutal.
He was laughing.
Yeah.
We need a symbol that can unite us.
Wait for it. Save some for us, Cap.
Let's go home.
Captain America, caught in a trap.
You want me? Come and get me!
Captain America, Brave New World. Get tickets now.
He's funny. He used to write those political things in the show. I just was, I could see why we didn't 1,000% sync up. If I'm not popping off the page from the first minute, I was a writer there. You see people come in, you go, fuck, I want to write for them.
Who are the people you wanted to write for?
Well, I mean, I could tell immediately when Adam would just have different ideas. I go, fuck, Adam really knows what he's doing. Like, different characters, super weird ideas. Smigel would go right with him. I'm like, oh, fuck. And he also gets Smigel and Downey, and they all liked him. I think they liked me, but as you know, I'm more of like, I want to say one note, it's accurate, but it sounds bad. But it is sort of, when I was there and I liked a Bill Murray type,
Yeah.
I felt like he was always kind of Bill Murray. He wasn't super impressive.
Not a lot of range.
Yeah. So I go, I'm kind of like this. What I should have done is probably try to be Weekend Update earlier. I never wanted to.
Right.
You kind of did that at
I
other
did something
stages.
like that, and I'd go on and do it, and I go, then it was almost too late, because if I wasn't that concentrated and harsh, it's like Nikki Glazer, like when she did that Amazon football thing. Do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Once they see something work, then everyone's like, do that.
Exactly.
You shit on
I
so
have to
many.
go out.
You shit on so many famous people. You like Showbiz Show, and you. I mean, did you have to run into people around town who would be like, dude?
Well,
what the
everyone
fuck?
hates it. It's just, you can't really say you don't like it, because then you don't want to make an enemy
Right.
of me. Because suddenly I'm this dipshit from Arizona who's 27 or something, and I'm like, you know who fucking sucks? Elizabeth Taylor. It's like some huge star, and everyone's like, what? And then I go, they suck, and she's looking like shit. Sleeps on her face every night. Everyone's like, God damn, dude. But then they laugh, and they go, ah. So it's just basically what you say anyway around with your friends. So
Right.
that saved my job. I wasn't doing enough. I did some sketches, and they were fine, but not enough to be like, you have to be here. So when it ultimately, that bought me some time, then do a couple other things, and then fucking got out, and then luckily land on something, because that cliff you can fall off leaving SNL,
yeah.
as you know.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you look at the reunion, we're coming up to this big 50th reunion, and they're like, here's the 900 castmen. I'm like, what? There's some that want to be on our podcast. I'm like, no idea. They go, oh, they run for 11 seasons. I go,
Isn't that weird?
but in fairness, we usually say, like, your favorite casts, most people's is like 7th grade through
Yes.
like high school, like all the time when you're fucking thinking so funny and they're doing shit you can't believe, and it's just like you talk to your friends about it, and then you get distracted after that and you're out every night. And
Oh yeah.
so, but there's a special place for people that have their cast they like. So people come and they go, oh, my favorite cast is Kristen Wiig, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, of course. There's still good people. And there was before or when we were there after, but they said we were horrible, and then
Wow.
we believed it. And then later, Will Ferrell got there, and they go, no, those guys are horrible. You guys are good. And then later they're like,
Yeah.
fuck, where's Will Ferrell? And I'm like, guys, you see what you're doing?
Yeah.
This happens every time. Whoever's there now is bad.
Yeah, it's the same with these kids today.
Yeah.
Every generation says that, including us.
Yeah, I'm exactly what you're doing. I'm bitching about everything now.
Well, I gotta ask. Personal question. So you used to skateboard.
Yeah.
That was my whole life growing up.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So I think you were in was it Police Academy?
Yes, sir. First movie. Yeah.
First?
4, the good one. It
Yeah.
answered the questions 1, 2, and 3. They did 7, by the way.
Oh, I
my
saw them all.
God.
I
And they
loved
did
them.
not put me in 5, and I fucking flipped out.
No way.
I was like, what did I do so wrong?
Well, Steve Guttenberg, poor man's Bill Murray.
Fucking Goody put the kibosh on me.
Really?
No, there was actually an extra on Police Academy, and I obviously no game. I was never famous. I couldn't. No dates in high school, barely. I was always like a friend. And then college started stand up. But when I got on Police Academy, I'm kind of, I have a trailer and stuff. And one of the extras was just knockout. And so I'm like, I'm in here for 10 weeks. I have nothing to do. So I asked her to go to Bob Seger.
Oh, nice.
Fucking great concert to go to.
Nice moves.
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah. And then I was talking to Goody at luncheon.
The Good.
The two funny things were it was raining, so I just sat in this trailer and bullshitted till lunch. And he made my whole salary while we were sitting there. Of course, I calculated it. I was like,
You got him back.
because he got 1.9 million. I was like,
Wow.
What the fuck?
Back then.
I'm like, for what? No offense. For what? What do you do?
He was cute.
He's hot. So Gutenberg was friendly to me, and then I said, oh, I'm going to. I go, you want to go? He goes, oh, I love it. Yeah, I'll go. Well, let me grab some skeezer. So we doubled. Isn't that funny? We went to Bob Seger.
Oh, jeez.
And then my date, his date liked him, and my date liked him. And it was the first time I just saw the trade up so clearly. Because I was in the movie, I thought I was fucking hot shit.
Right.
Turns out I was cold boogers. And she was like, fuck, this guy's so great. And so she was flirting with him clearly. And then he didn't bite, and he broed me out.
That's
I mean,
a
if
friend.
he did it behind, which is better.
Yeah.
But at the time, he's like, no, dude, I wouldn't do that. So I like that.
Can we pull up Gutenberg's dating history? I think he had quite a run.
Well,
Him and Scott Baio.
good looking, 1.9 million.
Yeah.
On
Funny.
the 4th one, it must have gone up after that.
Yeah.
And then nice guy, funny. I'd still see. I don't see him much, but
Yeah, what's he doing now?
But you were asking about the skateboarding.
Oh, yeah.
That was great. I love skateboarding in Arizona. Skating pools. We had a ramp in my backyard.
Hell yeah.
Shittiest ramp, but we had pipes. We had desert pipes. Those are the one thing we had. No one had.
Yeah, we
There he
built
is.
the ramp
Yeah, it
in
looks
mine,
good.
too.
Mahoney.
Mahoney. I mean, Tiffany Amber Thiessen. Nothing
Oh,
wrong with
really?
that.
I don't know any of these. Romer. It's Jill Martin from fucking Quincy Jones. What are these old?
What?
These old
All right, maybe I was wrong.
Elizabeth Taylor. Holy shit.
fucking Betsy Ross?
Maureen McCormick. Get
Oh,
outta
you're
here.
joking.
That's insane.
That chick's AI.
That is weird that pops up now on
Oh, yes.
Instagram.
I can't.
It's-
Just if I could block my phone from AI,
Yeah.
and I don't know what's anything. First of all the girls are AI. Second of all, I don't know. Well, all the UFOs right now, I think they're real, but there's
The
so many.
drones. You
Who
ever
is it?
crank one and you're like, oh, that was a fake woman? I've had that.
I crank it and it was a drone.
Oh, that was one of mine that bombed last night, the drone joke.
Yeah.
I said, usually when a guy from New Jersey says, what is that thing? He's talking about a trans person.
That bombed?
Yeah, it's
I think
LA.
it's
Your
okay.
crowd?
It wasn't our
okay.
crowd.
No, it was
That was-
Breckenmeyer.
I say, on SNL, I was going to say, is it true that these drones are just, or the orbs are, each of them have a cast member from the 90s and they're just dropping them in the studio every week? Because we all keep showing up. Sandler was there last week.
Oh, that's right.
That's
Yeah.
That's right. And
Chris was the host.
Yeah.
He killed that monologue.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, it was good.
Now, I got a joke for you. That's all I have so far.
Superman can't walk.
Is that what he says? Is that a joke?
Yeah. What's next? Hulk gonna get the gout? Aquaman gonna drown in the tub? I know it's all act.
Is that what he used to say? Hulk gonna get the gout?
Yeah.
Funny.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, Christopher Reeves in a wheelchair.
Has
so-
it been long enough? Can I do that? One time when I was doing stand-up at the beginning, I was just at a local comedy club. I'd only been to one comedy club and seen someone. I was absolutely fucking floored that they did an hour. I'm like, is this guy making this shit up? This is unreal.
Yeah.
So I go, they start these shitty comedy nights in Arizona. I told Colin Quinn, I said, this was before there was a comedy scene in Arizona. He goes, you think there's a comedy scene in Arizona? Who said that? I go, you're right. So anyway, I go to this place and then I go, oh, I was telling someone what I was going to do. Because it was, open mic night.
Right.
And they go, that's pretty funny. I go, yeah, that's Billy Crystal. I was just listening to his album. And they go, oh. And where are you going to do that? Up there? And I go, yeah. And I go, I don't think we can do that. And I go, I think you're supposed to get up and just try to be funny.
Right.
I fucking had no idea.
Wow.
And I didn't do it, but I was like, I didn't know. There's no rules. No one says anything.
No.
Mike Knight, no one tells you one fucking thing. And I just go, it's fine.
The xylophone, too. You were really.
Yeah, I sort of had a hunch. I had a Wheel of Fortune bit. It's fucking killer. Actually, I had a Tom Petty hat. I do Tom Petty. I had a big fucking Tom Petty. And then at the end of, and then one time, Dennis Miller, who was my favorite, I still love Dennis.
Okay, babe.
I was opening for him. What am I, Galico? Spudley. And I was there, and I was walking up front, and I had the girl was standing there. It was after New Year's Eve. And a girl standing there, and I was holding like this, waiting for the taxi. You sleep in that fucking hat, Spud? I go, oh no, this is just, he goes, oh, I know what it is. He goes, I think it's time to lose the peeps.
Wow.
I go, really? He goes, you're not a prop actor.
All right.
They did you a favor.
He gave me two good pieces of advice. Tell me to fucking lose the hat. The xylophone obviously goes with it.
Sure.
The whole, storage unit goes. The whole storage unit act.
The whole trunk.
Yeah, it was actually just a small suitcase. And then I did open for him, and then
Whoa.
it was like the old like black and white special I opened for.
Wow.
Killer special.
Yeah, good stuff.
And then like a little later, I'm like, he sees me. It's something by the seashore in New York, not Caroline's, but maybe there's something.
That was on the
There's something seashore, and he goes, "You changed your act," and I go, "Yeah, I wasn't doing that good on the road, and I was actually doing hackier shit in a weird way." And he goes, "Nah, you got to go back to the other shit." He goes,
What?
He handed you back the hat?
Yeah, he goes, just do the shit you're doing because that's innately from you. And he said, if it doesn't work, then you're just not cut out for it, but don't change it. And I was like, fuck. And then I did it, slowly came back. One last thing, and then I'll let you guys talk, is Bob Goldthwait gave me a good piece. I opened for him, and he said,
also
I
crazy.
remember being in Canada.
Oh, who flown who?
Oklahoma, whatever. It was 3,000 seater, which is way too much. Even today, a club is great, but when it gets over 3,000, it's just hard to manage, you know.
Right.
And so, like we did those ones with Sandler.
Yeah, that was
They're
fun.
fucking kind of hard to manage because
Yeah.
if there's a lag and then there's people talking over here and people getting up and anyway, it's hard to get like throwaway jokes.
Communication is an essential part of my job. That's why I use Grammarly, an AI partner trusted by millions of professionals that helps me improve my writing in real time on almost any platform I use. Now, with their premium tone suggestions, I can not only evaluate but fully adjust my tone to ensure that I always come across as intended, whether it's too friendly, formal, or not confident enough. And with app actions, I can use some of my favorite apps directly on Grammarly, like to add an image from Unsplash, upload a Google Drive file, or even use Calendly to schedule time with my clients. No more switching tabs and losing my focus.
If you love football, this is the best time of the year.
This is as big as it gets in this game.
Oh, my word! Oh, what a shot! What a goal! What a player!
Momentous, iconic, the stuff of absolute dreams.
Yeah.
That's a lot of my act is throw away and my whole action is thrown away. So I go in wherever I was and I do 3,000 seater with Bob and I'm like, you guys watch Michael Jackson? You ever notice of old? And I do my dog shit and then I'm getting screamed at heckle the whole time. And so I feel bad backstage and he goes, well, you know what? No, I'm kidding. No, he'd drop it and talk normal.
Yeah.
He goes, do you know that every bit starts with a question? I did not know that. He goes, just say it. Just say Michael Jackson's new album and do your joke. Because you're giving them a window. You say, you guys heard the new Michael Jackson album? And they go, no.
Right.
And every fucking joke started like
And then you got to be like, boys, I'm still doing it. I'm
Yeah.
still doing the joke.
I'm doing the joke, but I don't leave them a pause to ruin it.
Yeah.
So I just go, I got the new Michael Jackson album, and if you notice it, and then they can't, there's no reason for them to talk.
That's a good
And you're
note.
cutting fat too.
Yeah, cutting fat.
Yeah.
And then at the end, they just boo at the end, which is smart. It helped me. They were like, just the whole act is a boo. So we're not going to interrupt you the whole time. We're going to save it.
Right. So these Sandler shows you guys did, was that arena?
Yeah.
Whoa.
We did one that was like in the that outdoor.
Was it St. Augustine, maybe?
We did a couple, yeah.
We did. I jumped on you. Everyone's kind of jumping in and out.
Yeah.
It was good to see you there because you're not normally on those, and
That was fun.
super fun.
Yeah.
And it's just fun.
Yeah, I felt a little like, I'm like, you guys all go back 30 years, and I was like the only guy who wasn't a part of that, so I was like, ah, shit, but
Yeah, you were like a child. We were like babysitting. No, he comes out, and you know, Sarah Sherman came on a few. I was on.
Yeah.
You came on. Was she on that one?
no, I think he brings one younger person.
Oh, yeah.
And it's me or Sarah.
Are you the young guy?
I guess.
Anyway,
Barry Schneider.
I said younger.
I give,
I didn't
I
say
give you
young.
the fucking Franken.
Try the veal.
No, but it's funny because it's really fun when he's there and everyone's there and other people are there. It's Dan Bula's.
Yeah, he's great.
He's on SNL writing and he's so good at it.
He's a killer.
Really, it's just a great find, you know, because he writes for those things. He writes for Sandler specials. And it's a good all around dude. You know, they all wear suits on show night. All the writers. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
I was. The Please Don't Destroy dudes are all standing like this
Really?
with all suits on. I'm like,
Well, do that.
what fucking shitty bit are you guys doing? Wear suits. I'm like, oh wow. I went to the cast party embarrassingly like this.
Right.
I was in my 3-minute sketch. It's weird to be in like one thing and then
Right.
I was never in a ton, but it's just weird to just know for sure. A, you're in this, and A, it's not getting cut. But B, you're nothing else. So the energy went up, and then it dies down because dress, it's over, and then you go wait 2-hour dress. and then another 45 till the show starts. Then it goes up again, and then I got to wait the whole show. And I go, must go to party.
Yeah.
Crawl.
Right.
Must act cool.
Yeah.
Must eat free linguine.
I remember the first party, SNL party I went to, I thought the drinks were free. I was like a poor open micer, and I drank 8,000 Jack and Cokes, and they were like, that'll be $600.
Oh, for real? I actually thought it was free too.
Yeah.
I've never been to one. I assumed it was free.
They're fun, but it's
This
just some
place was-
fancy steakhouse or something.
Yeah. I mean, this was like tables and booths, but they put me in the way back. It was actually too far from the action, so it was like a bar area fun. And then like a few tables and cool area where I looked for where to sit, and they go, no, you're back here. And then kind of around a corner, and then you could see us, but it was like Lauren's table, me, Dana, and I think Sarah Sherman, but it was too far removed. Like, I kind of wanted to go out here and see everybody.
Yeah.
Because cast, you know, when I went there, they'd get me and go like, all right, if Chris Rock or Schneider's here, we'll pair you up with them. You know, like, you guys get a 4-top table. But Mike Myers would have his full table. It's just always, it's always that and everything.
Yeah.
So, and then Lauren, you go up, hey Lauren, this isn't UFO related. Sprint it out of here. Like,
That was a loud
do
exit.
something, yeah.
I remember meeting Lauren. Somebody introduced me to him, and he's got a big mitt. He's got quite the claws on that guy.
How funny.
Pull those hands up. I mean, he's like,
Pull those
Rock.
Lauren's hands up. It's the
Yeah.
first Google search in history of Lauren.
We lost the Google guy, but yeah, Lauren he's like a mob boss.
That guy that sprinted out of here, where do you think he went? I like your lights are so
He had
fun.
to rub one out to Yasmin Blue.
That is not Lauren's hand, is it?
I'm telling you, look at those mitts.
That is crazy.
It's like Joe Rogan's hand. It's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, you could squeeze an intern and pop him like a zip.
He was great. We did this first show, you know, and then he's, we didn't talk too much about his hands, but he, I said, Mark Malone, I think you have a huge dick.
I bet it does.
He said that, I go, well, basically. Your hands are big, then he kind of,
Oh, yeah. Well, Lauren's the man. You know, our buddy Shane Gillis got fired. You don't remember that whole thing?
yeah.
And he still calls him, like, to apologize, probably like once a week.
Shane. I like the Shane went back.
Yeah.
It's fun, why
That
not?
was great.
That was good.
Millionaire, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, Norm went back when he got.
Oh, that's
That monologue was so good. That Norm monologue.
The show blows.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
fucking
Amazing.
great.
I'm sure everyone's like this. Why?
Yeah.
Why do we have this fucking guy back? Worse than Shane. Norm was like on a mission.
Yeah.
On a mission to ruin his life and career at all times. So he's just like,
Well, legend has it he was in the green room with Artie Lang, and he was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just walk. Like, I'll just leave them with no host. And Artie's like, that's funny, but you'll never have a career again.
yeah.
So he did the.
When Artie Lang is talking,
Talking sense into you.
I
reason.
love Artie, but holy shit.
Yeah, I haven't seen Artie in a long time.
I know, I see that. He's the best. But
Funny
You
guy.
see him around or no?
nah, not in a while.
As
A
much.
little bit.
You see
teaches
Colin?
comedy class. Colin every night,
Is he Colin Quinn?
always around.
Okay.
Oh, constantly, yeah. Colin, it's so funny. We're running that roast set, and Colin sending us these supportive texts like, you're going to kill. It's so good. Then we see a tell, and the tell goes, yeah, I'd say we're like 70% there. We're like, well, we tape tomorrow. So thanks.
Yeah, I literally thought it was in the future because when I was fucking waiting on you assholes the other night, I was like, my big closer. I did that with Nikki because she came in the night a couple nights before, and I go, I want to do my last joke.
I want to hear this joke.
Rock her off the hinges.
Right. Al
I mean-
Franken hated it.
It bombed. It was a new joke. I was like so happy, and then but Nikki, I saw her. She watched. But your guys, I thought it was like maybe because it's not airing. I thought it was live.
No,
No.
thank
I
God.
thought you were doing it
Oh
like.
my God. If that were live.
Whoa, we
It
need
wasn't the
that.
Ace Theater, right? Was it smaller?
Smaller. It was the Bellwether. It's a 300-seat rock club.
And it was less people because they had, the cameras.
It's where they have
It felt lighter than the cellar. It was weird.
rough.
baseball card collectible
Yeah.
meetings.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeff scouted it out. Was he still the roast master that night?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
Oh yeah.
no one's doing that job.
Yeah.
He's got it. I mean, he does have it cornered.
He does. He does.
Tonight we have the roastmaster lieutenant,
We were the privates.
Bill Squankmeyer. It's like, what is it? Is the general sick? Are you covering up?
Yeah.
right.
But hey, Simon Rex was front row.
All right, I'm gonna have to let you guys go.
All right.
Whoa, dude. You're the
I gotta
best,
get a
man. You're the best.
You guys, thanks for having me. I think we all learned a lot.
Yeah.
Good.
Thanks
Learned a
for doing
lot.
it.
I think you guys are both fucking hilarious, and
Oh, thanks.
I see you more on Instagram than in real life, but I like always funny.
Good relationship.
Yeah, it's good. At least I see something.
Yeah, thanks for the comments.
No, yeah, I do put comments.
That
sometimes.
helps. That
Yeah.
goes, I can show my mom.
I put a comment. Sometimes I just put random ones. And this girl the other day sends just pops up in your feed. Sometimes they have 100,000 million likes.
Yeah.
And I look at some and I go, this has 5 likes. How did it come across my desk? How did this get to my fucking phone? But she said, hey guys, so I'm having an operation. I'm getting my butthole removed. And if you have any questions, just put them in the comments. I wrote, self-explanatory, no further questions. It's like 1 million likes because everyone's like, what are you doing over here? I'm like, I don't know. I saw it, and I had to say something, and then I move on.
And you blew it up.
Yeah, I blew it up. Get some fucking attention. They felt bad for her. Getting your butthole removed.
Yeah, how's that
And a
work?
million questions.
Yeah.
I acted like I didn't.
Where do you poop?
I go, no, I got it. You blow your nose, there's diarrhea. I get it.
Was that the closer from last night?
That's my big
That's
one.
a 7 out of 10.
Fucking
That's great.
shit, dude. That's
We
amazing.
missed that.
We missed
I
it.
gotta text Nicky
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
How about Nicky? Jeez, what a career. Golden
He's
Globes.
doing great, yeah.
Killing
Golden
it.
Globes are exactly the one to pick because I think there's talk of her doing the Emmys. I think Golden Globes are the one. That's smart.
You're a little
Because
looser.
They're gonna wait for. If you have Ricky Gervais, then it's good.
Right.
Because they're gonna go. At least we know this world of getting shit on, and everyone's like gonna tighten up and fucking.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But I did see some of the jokes. They're great.
They're great. She's
Like,
always
I told her, slow down.
She's made for that.
You're already 90% there.
Yeah.
I should have said 7.
Ah.
really fucks you up a little bit. You're like 7.
Oh, yeah.
You're
She
like,
loves you.
and which ones wasn't that were not so good? You'll
I-
figure it out.
I called a tell after that thing last night. I was like, yeah, you made the right decision bailing on this.
Oh, he didn't do it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. They pushed hard
They,
too.
they want him to be Jeff Ross's tumor.
Oh,
That would have killed.
It would have been
who
funny.
got that job?
The tumor.
There was no real
nothing.
tumor played the tomb. Shit. Well, I'll keep putting comments on. All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
Dude.
Give me a head start. Give me a couple steps. And then
Get
I'll
out of here.
See you in the parking lot. Okay. I guess that's it.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Hey, so David Spade, awesome to see him.
Fun guest.
Drink Bodega Cat Whiskey, bodegacatwhiskey.com. See us on the road. I'll be in Pittsburgh January 23rd through 25th. We got Charlotte, Richmond, Philly, D.C., Bethlehem, all theaters coming up on the bus. Tulsa, Austin, Dallas, Houston, New Orleans, Memphis, Knoxville, Nashville, Birmingham, Georgia, Durham, New Haven, Providence, Portsmouth added a second show. Thank you guys. Portland, Maine, Burlington, Montreal, Toronto, Buffalo, Albany, much more. Samuel.com. /shows or go to punchup.live/Sam /tickets or whatever. Mark punchup.live/Mark Norman. Let's find our tickets there. Mark, where are you going to be?
Thank
man?
you. I will be at the Addison Improv in Dallas, Texas, and then at the Ryman in Nashville, Asheville, North Carolina, and some theater, and then I'm going to Europe and Australia, doing the whole thing, New Zealand. So check out the website.
Where in Europe are you going to head?
I'm doing the big ones. I'm doing Gay Paris, then I'm doing the whole Scandinavian area,
That
doing
dude,
Amsterdam.
I got food recs for you.
Oh,
Have
great.
you performed in the Scandinavians?
I have, yeah.
They're so good.
I love Norway and Stockholm and Sweden, and then I'm going to Rome, which I've never performed in.
Rome.
And Athens as well.
Damn, Rome. You're going to have to hit me with recs.
I will. I will.
I was so mad I didn't hit Italy
Matteo?
and Germany. Yeah,
Oh.
I was.
Mateo's got all the wrecks. But yeah.
All right. Well, this was fun, man.
Yeah, Spade. How about that? The legendary comedy store. Thanks, LA.
Thank
and
you.
get some bodega, and we'll see you in hell. Check out the special on Netflix. The roast.
Sunday's the day for my next bender. A bit of fever wreck, you know the beer juice close. I've had a little too much bourbon, and Norman's talking shit about the fucking
So you really would not just see that as, I'm sure that the guy, the CEO was making millions of dollars
Yeah.
a year. I'm sure
Mhm.
that. You wouldn't look at it as, hey, I worked hard and I worked my way up, and this is a great job at a great company, and I'm making millions of dollars a year. For you, it would be something more. This is a
Yeah.
crooked system, and I just wouldn't want to take one dime from it.
Well, it couldn't be a great company or a great organization if it's crooked at the same time. You know, the bad's always that will weigh more on my conscience than anything else. I couldn't stand for it. I would not want my face attached to it, especially when you got families who can't simply afford to have certain health care services or whatnot. You know, if you need to be seen, you should be taken care of. You got countries out here who have universal health care. You got the government that funds everything. They don't have to come out of pocket for it in other countries. And we're supposed to be the greatest and best one in the whole wide world. But then you got other countries that don't have to spend a dime on health care. They're taken care of.
Yeah.
You got countries out here who don't have all the extra crap and additives and GMO and all this stuff inside their food, and it's banned. And you can't find anything, a child's drink or a drink or some cereal or something like that without, what is it, Red 40 in it, red, all this nasty chemicals and stuff that I can go pick up off the shelf at Home Depot in a chemical section, and it's also on the back of my ingredients for food I'm about to eat. No, I don't. So morally, I couldn't do it. I couldn't stand for that. No. People, I think there's a lot of people in America that need health care or need to be seen. But what is health care nowadays? You know, are we really taking care of your health, or are we just looking for a paycheck? You know, I'll put you on these drugs to get you on these other drugs. And when you come off these drugs, you're going to need these drugs to counteract the other thing. And I'm going to keep you coming back. It's the greatest drug dealer plug of all time. They're the greatest of all time. It's not about taking care of you. It's about keeping you coming back to the plug. That's what healthcare is. That's what a lot of government is, just to keep you coming back. We don't want you to have too much, but we just want you to keep you in a spot to where you have enough to where you have to keep coming back, dependent on us. It's a pimp.
Damn. And that is the business model.
That's the business model. The greatest country in the world, their business model, from the government to healthcare to everything, damn near, is based off of the mindset and business model of a pimp and a drug dealer. And the mafia. We built this, it's run off of a system and ideology that when it's Joe Schmo doing it down the street, he's a criminal. But when he lives up in the Capitol building, he's a politician.
Woo!
That's how
Damn, Nick, you preaching today.
It's not Sunday yet, or Saturday. But yeah, we're getting there. It's not even preaching, it's just facts.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, it's just facts. I think a lot of people think about this stuff. They see it, but just don't say it. I think some people don't say it and get out there and say it because they're scared they might get the Yeshua treatment, the Jesus treatment.
Mm-hmm.
You start talking too much, and then you know what happens after that. So I think a lot of people don't speak the truth in that aspect because of that. You know, everybody who's tried to go up against the system has died. You know, from all the black messiahs back in the day, from the leader of the Black Panther Party, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey. I mean, it's the list goes on and on and on. You don't stand up against the system. You can't buck it.
Well, this guy, Luigi, he damn sure has stood up against the system, and he may die in prison.
More than likely, yeah.
More than likely. I think that's a safe thing to say. I mean, this guy comes from wealth, valedictorian of his class.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this is not, just a regular person. This guy's wealthy. Family is wealthy.
He was fed up. He was fed up. Yeah. Those are the big, I guess, some of the most fearful people is a man who's fed up. Those are some scary individuals. When you're fed up at your wit's end, And I don't know his whole story. Like, was he somebody in his family, they needed health care or something?
As far as they know right now, no. And that's what makes this story even more compelling, because it's one thing if, I'm sure, again, he comes from wealth. I'm sure his family can afford the best health care. But the reason that he has so many people looking at him as their personal champion because he stuck it to the man is because this is what everyday folks who don't have a lot of money go through.
So he was the Joker.
You saw our pain.
Yeah.
You saw the fact that my child was just diagnosed with a rare form of cancer, and I can do nothing about it except hear the doctors give me the runaround. You saw the fact that my dad, was just diagnosed with whatever it might be. And we are literally losing everything trying to keep up with these bills, these payments.
Crazy.
And if not, they won't treat him. That's why this young man is getting so much support.
Yeah, I can see why. And Robin Hood, that's why the people loved Robin Hood too. He stole from the rich and gave to the poor. People resonate with that. He's the average, at that moment, regardless of all the wealth that he may have had or had, he resonated with the average person, living in America. And that sent the message. It wasn't like blowing yourself up inside of a Cybertruck message and talking about UAPs, he sent it to, we can all, at some point, I'm sure most of us can relate to the healthcare system and how much of a debacle that could be. I use the VA, and like, you want to talk about ass? Go to the VA. Go to the VA health system. Navigate that. Navigate that maze. It's like, yeah. That's an ass of a system that should be completely reformed.
Really?
100%. I mean, they're slowly, supposedly, allegedly, trying to make things better. But you can go back a couple of years, a few months, and there's guys who are having a hard time and offing themselves, deleting themselves, removing themselves from this earth because of just crazy treatment, I got stories for days from just me having gotten out and trying to get help and seek help for all types of things, from mental health to you name it. So I got a laundry list of stories of how the VA healthcare system is a complete mess. I don't know how anybody who's 18, 19, 20-something years old who gets out the military, I don't understand. I understand because I've been there, but it's a shout out to them who have to navigate that atrocious system called healthcare, sponsored by Department of Veterans or the Veterans Administration. It's they don't care about nothing. If you think your doctor doesn't care about you and your health, go to the VA. You got 15 minutes, 30 minutes, that's all I got, get out. Here's a bag of some drugs, have it, be on your way. And when you get off these drugs, then you're really gonna be loopy and messed up, then you gotta get on these drugs. But I'll see you again in 6 months. Or you wanna schedule something? It's about 8 months away. But I'm hurt right now. I'll see you in 6 months. Yeah.
Damn. Vlad sat down with D.L. Hughley. And D.L. and he spoke about this very subject, about the assassination, and we'll just call it what it is, of the CEO of United Healthcare. And D.L. Hughley said something that was profound. He said, karma is a pre-existing condition.
All you saw, if you watch any of the newspapers, any of the stories, it was about how Americans were basically saying, good. I guess now we know karma is a pre-existing condition.
Karma is a pre-existing
This dude's
condition.
job...
I know you said this on stage.
Yeah, this dude's job was to delay, deny, delay, and defend.
Like, how real is that? Is this just a case of chickens coming home to roost? Is this just karma coming back?
Could be the great, not the.
You can win big on Hard Rock Bet with a little bet.
Yeah.
Or a Post Malone size bet.
Oh, yeah. Yes!
Big payouts for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Great awakening, but an awakening from, you ever look back at those stories, let's say, an example, I'm gonna use the Holocaust, whatever. Like, when you have more of one demographic, like, why didn't they just rise up against there was more of them than there were X, Y, and Z. I don't know, stories like that. I think we're stronger as a people together, and I just don't think that we need a lot of the BS, bureaucratic stuff that goes on in this country. I think most of it's meant for us to just be at a certain level, all around the board. I don't think the system is meant for anyone to really thrive. And you can pitch the whole like, just pull yourself up by your bootstraps and work harder, you know, cliche. But for some people, in certain circumstances, it's impossible to do that, you know, and it's all designed, or it's based on a system that the powers that be institute. And there's no way of escaping that. You know, not everybody can, you know, make it out of that system. And like you said, you get pissed off at the system every once in a while when you go to get health care for your child who came down with the rare form of whatever, and he can't get help, you know? And it hurts the average day person. If it happened to my son, I'd be like John Q, you know, in a heartbeat.
No, it does hurt, and it hurts even more because we know it's possible.
Yeah.
We know it is possible to have true universal health care.
Mm-hmm.
You're paying all of this money into the government. You're watching our government fund wars that is somewhere on the other side of the planet, giving billions of dollars every, what seems to be, quarter.
Right.
And you have countries where healthcare is taken care of.
Yep.
And it's not like we're not paying taxes.
And education,
it's not like
too.
You don't have the blueprint. It's one thing if there was no blueprint.
Yeah.
But you go to places like Canada, and I believe that they have, you know, healthcare is taken care of in Canada. There's a blueprint. There's a way to do this.
Yeah.
And us being the richest country on planet Earth, we just can't seem to figure this thing out. But more important, you're watching people get rich. These pharmaceutical companies and the system itself make money hand over fist for the very reason that you just spoke about, because the business model is to keep you coming back. The business model is to have you pay, but when you need us, the deductible is so high, you got to shell out more money before we can even help you.
Yeah. Where does the money go? Where does the money go? Where does it go? Like, that's my question. I'm genuinely asking, like, where does it go? Where does all of this money go?
Yeah, I think we'd all like to know the answer to that. You know something, Nick, before I lose my train of thought, and this is it's on topic, but it's off topic. The NYPD, New York's finest, they seem to do a hell of a job. They had a whole lot of information on this shooter very, very quick.
Right.
Yeah, right. Like they could track his movements coming in. I believe he came in from Pennsylvania. They knew what time he got off the bus. They knew where he was staying. Like literally, damn near in 24 hours.
Yeah.
They were piecing this thing together in a way that I've almost never seen. Is this kudos to the NYPD, or do they just pick and choose who they want to put their time and resources into? Because if Ray Ray from up the block gets killed on 125th Street, the killer seems to never get found.
Yep.
If a rapper seems to get gunned down, the killer just seems to never get found.
Yep.
So do we applaud them for this? Or is it just a showing of, yo, you know what? We go after, and this is bigger than the NYPD. This is just America. We put resources into the cases, into the victims
that make the headlines.
That we feel make the headlines and matter.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly what it is, man. And then the other half of the time, he was on our radar. Like, yeah, we knew this guy.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah. But a $600 Venmo payment, we'll find you.
That's right.
With Fargo, your virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, you can pick up the tab even when you forget your wallet. I got this.
Fargo, send cash $145 with Zelle.
Smooth. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/getfargo.
Go ahead. Night action.
What's going on?
The op I was on went bad. I cannot trust anyone.
Except me, right?
We're running out of time. Shoot me or get out of my way.
Welcome everybody to Stavi's World. 800, 904-800 Stav. We've been doing so many of these, you'd think I know by now. Eldest, you should know to have the number on the screen, man. Don't give me the blank Google screen when we start. We never have it up. Yes, we do. You always go to the recording, the voice. See, watch, motherfucker. All right. Look what's over there.
All right.
Yes. Apologize.
Sorry. Sorry, Mandel.
All right. I'll let it slide, even though you were not you didn't really mean it. There's not a hint of sincerity in your voice. We have our boy Mandel back on the program.
Man.
What's up, dude?
Honestly, thank you for having me back.
Absolutely.
Bro.
Looking awesome.
This was a big boost, man. Shorts, high socks.
Yep.
Huge fans of the program, man. They love the program.
Absolutely, dude.
We was talking about it before we started, but like when I had talked about that white dude who's getting beat up, man, they really got upset about that.
Yeah, sure.
Here's the issue I had with the outrage.
Get right to it, man.
It was a bunch of comments like,
and I love the hat, by the way. You're styling on him right now,
listen,
dude.
Man, hey, when in Rome. When you round fast, you do fashion things.
That's right, dude. New York has gotten to you, bro.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I hate it here, bro.
It's not a fat friendly city, I'll tell you that.
Bro,
it's not a fat. There's a huge learning curve as a fat man here, for sure.
And I think that's what it's two things. That and I am impoverished.
Yeah, tough. I remember being a fat poor man here. It sucks,
bro. Okay, no joke. So I told a friend of mine, I'm like, hey, I need to get a hoodie.
Yeah.
And I hate people's answers to questions here. Because I'm like, man, I can get a hoodie. You ask where I can get a hoodie in New York?
Yeah.
And then they say something stupid like, just go between 121st and 7th and go to Flim Flam's fabric shop and order a number 3. And it's like, hey, man, he don't got Big Daddy sizes.
Of course. Where's DXL?
I'm like, where the Walmart at? They like,
oh, yeah, that's tough.
You don't need, I'm like, bro, I'm trying to get a.
I don't know if there is. Where's the closest
They in
Walmart?
New Jersey, bro.
Jersey, yeah.
But
maybe
they like,
Long Island. Yeah.
This city not built for big people.
No, because there's a DXL, but it's in the middle Manhattan, and the prices are outrageous.
Come on, man.
That's the richest thing I do is go to DXL and not worry about the tag anymore.
Bro.
You can literally, it is more expensive to be a fat man than to take like a sexy woman shopping. Like I went and got ready for the fall. I swear to God, the price tag was outrageous, dude.
And see, that's the thing.
I bought like 4 articles of clothing. We're talking about close to like $700 or some shit.
And I think they go in China with it, where like the XLs and the 2XLs are smaller
Yeah.
than
Well,
the
it
ones
depends.
back home.
Yeah.
I asked
Oh, you mean in New York? You think we're dealing with coastal
bro.
sizing?
The sizes are smaller, bro.
Yeah. Here, if you don't go to DXL, I'll give them credit. They might overcharge you. Yeah, it's the same thing in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, as it is in New York City. But yes, absolutely. You go to a regular store here and you get a 2X, and you're like, oh wow, I can't believe this like little fashion brand for gay guys has 2Xs.
Yeah.
And you fucking try
Absolutely.
it fits one of your tits. Maximum.
Because in their brain, extra large means tall.
Yeah.
They're making fabric longer, not stretching forward. You know
They
what I'm
don't
saying?
want you there. That is true.
Yeah, bro.
Fashion brands don't want fat people in their store. It's a bad look for them.
Bro, they'll let you go to a restaurant. They say, man, it's a little spot over so and they mean literally and figuratively, man.
Yeah.
They using every crevice.
Restaurant seating is very tough here. You get very narrow shotgun style homes that's like a bistro. It's tough.
People be trying to trick you here too. They be like, cause the rent's so high, and then they be like, but you don't understand, man, the culture. It's like, hey, bro, I picked mine already.
Yeah.
I think black people the best.
Yeah, sure.
I'm cool.
It's fun.
They be like, man, you gotta go try this place with Kazakhstan hot dogs. You like, that ain't worth $1,000 more, bro. That done sick.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this: it's real satanic. My bad. Am I talking?
No. I love this. You're not talking too much.
It's real satanic. They got them Ubers on them bicycles. That Uber Eats on the bicycle.
Uber Eats on the bicycle. Yeah.
I'm not paying for
You
that.
want your food coming in a car.
Don't get all that wind on my food.
You want 4 doors and rolled up windows
Man,
if you're ordering a taquito or something.
These folk trying to cool it off before it get to me. I want to blow on it myself. Don't pre-cool it off, bro.
Yeah. So what? You've had nothing but bad bicycle experiences,
bro. I'm just saying, bro. Don't cool it off. Don't come in breathing hard.
Yeah. Oh, really? You don't want them breathing hard either.
I think they should do it like the Uber shares. Like if you know you bringing a bicycle to me, it's gotta be cheap.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
A little cheaper.
Cause it done went through rocky road.
Right,
It jumbled up.
It has. That's a good point. You're with me because the wind and the cooling. Even though I get it, I do think you're using some country logic here because they do have oven bags to keep it warm. Now the bounce though, you're onto something there because the roads are not meant for these bicycles, and I have gotten some jumbled food, but you know
the spaghetti gonna get mixed in before you even get to you.
Would you spend extra to ensure it's delivered by car?
And see, that's the trick of the devil. What you just said. It needs to be cheaper to be on the bike.
Right.
Not more. I pay more for the car.
You're right.
Everywhere else, they in the car.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
So if you go come in on the bike.
This is World of Warcraft, but there's no classes because there's archetypes instead. An archetype is a fusion of 2 or more classes, like this Fire Lord, which is a fusion of Fire Mage and Shaman, or this Master of Shadows, which is a Warlock Rogue.
I need to be like, they go that discount. Just like if I get in the car, if I do the Uber share, it's
Sure.
That's what I think.
Hey, man, that's interesting. I would say the expediency of the bike. I'll take a jumbled thing because it gets there faster. The traffic, all this other stuff. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You can zoom through the streets in the bike.
Yeah.
You know. But I get it.
That's the thing too. Like I don't know how to get around out here either, man.
It's brutal.
That train stuff. That's for that.
I've gotten lost.
That's for the cerebral mind. You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
And then that Uber's so expensive.
Yeah. It's a lot of walking. It's a lot of long train rides when you first get here.
They say the Uber, you go on the Uber, it say 3 miles.
Mm-hmm.
And he talking about $40 now. I'm like, bro, you tricking me.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? He's got you by the balls. You're
That's
not
what
walking.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
I've been late.
So
everywhere.
what's your ideal location? You're from Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
You want to stay in Atlanta?
No, I'm about to move.
You are gonna move.
I'm about to move right now.
Okay.
I'm moving in March.
You moving? I'm gonna guess LA. If it's
I'm
not
going to
gonna
Los
be New York.
Angeles,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Cars.
I'm going
Cars. More
it's
space.
easier transition.
Yeah.
I get into the vehicle, I go to the place, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I
You
like
can handle that. Your mind can handle that.
I can wrap my mind around that. I can't wrap my mind around ceiling break dancing and
yeah.
I ain't ain't gonna lie, we was in a spot yesterday, and Peter Guns was in there rapping his version of Uptown of a live band, and I said, "This hard."
Yeah, there you go. There's a little something for you.
That was hard.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I ain't gonna lie, it's cool stuff out here, bro.
Sure.
I'm just not equipped with the brain power for it.
You think it's the brain power? I think it's more a physical problem than a mental one.
It might be that,
because
bro.
I do think if you don't love it, being fat as shit here, atrocious, atrocious. And I've gotten fatter, and I still was pretty fat when I moved here 9 years ago. I was probably 50 pounds lighter.
Yeah,
still pretty fat. But to be as fat as I am now, no disrespect.
Yeah.
And be poor, no disrespect.
Yeah.
And have to move here now, I'd probably kill myself. Yeah, I'd probably kill myself.
But here's the thing, cause you got the disposable income. But you know what I'm about to do, man?
Hit me with it.
I'm about to let them folk cut me open, pour that Ozempic right in there.
You want it directly in. You want to get marinated like a skirt steak.
Boy, what?
Yeah.
I'm mixing it in the water like Crystal Light. Shake it up.
You're ready to go once you move to LA?
Man, I'm about to give me 2 loads of it.
Yeah.
I want them to measure my junk in loads.
Yeah.
I come in with that cheetah print on. Yeah. That's my first step. I get slim on y'all. Cheetah print
head to toe.
All the way to the ground.
Love that.
They gonna be like, boy, yeah.
Yeah.
He you know what I'm saying? He done, you know what I'm saying?
And you wouldn't be scared that you go from Atlanta to LA, get skinny, put cheetah print. You wouldn't be scared of getting the gay Illuminati allegations back home.
Okay, you know,
because you would get hit with that immediately.
Okay, you know something so funny about that, bro?
Yeah.
That has been like, so, you know, this year has been the first year I probably had like a little visibility.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shit started going pretty good.
Like comics always knew me, but like,
yeah.
And so like, last Christmas, bro, real conversation from like unironic though,
and with your family at Christmas,
from like a cousin,
like a Christmas dinner, yeah,
being like, hey man, like, remember where you came from, like, don't let them people change your morals. Don't let them people change your morals. Like, I understand you want to get money and do this and that, but remember, like, you know who you is. And I just think that's just a funny idea.
And he's purely talking about don't become gay in Hollywood.
Absolutely. Absolutely he is. But I be trying to figure out how they think that work. Like, nigga, like, hey, man, we got a new side character on ABC. But first, a little kiss.
First, he's got to, give me a smooch. Come over and give the producers a kiss. And also, like, especially when you're trying to become a funny fat guy, it's like, look, they're not trying to fuck us.
They're not trying to get me.
They're not trying to fuck us, man. No one's sexing in the, like, fat neighbor on a sitcom.
Yeah.
Maybe the son. Maybe the high school quarterback son on that sitcom might have to get sexed in, but it's not gonna be the fat funny guy.
Yeah, I don't think so, bro. I don't think that nobody gonna be like, hey man. You know what you got to do. You know
like, I would love to know when the equivalent of the Diddy flight logs come out, how many fat rappers he tried to fuck. Did he fuck T Grizzly? I don't think so. I don't think he tried to fuck him. You know what I mean? Like,
also, I don't think I can't see Biggie going for that.
Yeah, well, that's why he killed him, right? That's why. I mean, I do think Diddy is clear as a supervillain. I do think that's so clear now.
I will say this though, you know, and I'm gonna sound crazy.
Please, this is what this.
I do think that if you look at all the details, some of the conspiracies is right.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Well, yeah, like rich people doing weird, fucked up shit is absolutely right. Because what else are they going to do?
That's what I'm saying.
What else do they have to do? They're either going to be like Elon Musk nerds who want to be famous, right? Yeah. But the ones who want to stay in silence, they either have to have that mental illness, which all rich people have to some degree, which is like, I'll destroy the whole world if this number on a computer screen goes up, right? Yeah. Some of them just love money in a fucked up way that should be seen as a societal ill, should be seen as something you should go to prison for. But then the ones that just get really rich and then have free time, and some of them were nerds to get rich, and then want to fuck, don't understand how it happens, and then, I don't know, suddenly want to be control freaks, and you mix all that shit up, and you get weird sex cults.
Absolutely. Because when I first got to LA, I remember, like, you know, they had all the conspiracies, and then you get there, and you like, oh yeah, they is in this party being gay. but then you realize, like, that's where it ends.
Yeah, right. Like, you just happen to be invited to a gay guy's party for the first time in your life.
But that's what it ends. It's like, oh, it's not like they're not drinking blood and stuff. Or it's not like, oh, you got to be gay. But it's like, no, these cats is gay.
They just happen to be gay.
And that's a thing that they do.
Yeah.
And more power.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But
totally.
it's not like bigger than that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But then when you see some of these characters, and you like, no, they was the mind.
Something's up here, absolutely. I also think it's a way of control. Like, I do think there's whoever's actually pulling strings knows to get rich dorks who never got pussy in their life, fly them out to Epstein's Island, videotape them being fucking perverts, and then they have to do whatever the fuck the CIA tells them. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, that's truly what I believe. Like, I really think a lot of this freaky shit, and then some of it is just because once you have all that monetary power, all that's left is to exploit human beings, just to feel if you're that kind of person, like Diddy probably was, like, he feels good knowing somebody else, he's breaking somebody else to do his bidding. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's old school evil shit.
I think that people don't. I think in general, bro, you gotta curb the hunger for more. In general,
100%.
Like, if you want to be a decent person,
yes,
I think humans go always want more. Like, you go always want more money, more food, more access. And so I think you got to get to a point where you try to figure out how to make your brain be like, this is enough.
Yeah.
Because if it don't, eventually you go turn.
You're at the party. You're being lit by a candelabra, getting your dick sucked by somebody that doesn't want to be there. You're wearing a fucking Phantom of the Opera mask. Yeah. You're drinking. Maybe it's pig's blood, and mixed with a little, cabaret.
It start there.
Yeah.
First you like, oh, it's a pig. We eat pigs. You do like little logic like that. We eat pigs, so what wrong with drinking
What's the
blood?
big deal? They put it in some Vietnamese soup. It's a thickening agent. What's wrong with mixing it with red wine and pouring it over a fucking an 18-year-old on the day he turned 18?
They do that. Then it slowly escalates. And they're like, man, nobody care about this dog.
Yeah.
They're gonna put this dog down. I'm like, well, take a sip of that. Then next thing, then right after that is Candace. Right after that is Candace.
Right.
And you gotta stop it. You gotta stop it when you get that pig blood desire.
Absolutely. You don't want to. You do not want to subject yourself to pig blood thirst.
Nah, man, that's how you get messed up. What?
Oh, it's nice to be back with an old friend. An old friend that helps your cock. Who am I speaking of? Of course, it's Blue Chew, the service that brings you American-made tablets that are going to that can help your erection. Really, some have called what it'll do to your prick. It'll make it a pocket rocket. Does it work, folks? Only one way to find out. They give you a Blue Chew's not fucking around. They know. They're delicious little tablets. They taste good. They stiffen you up nicely. They can help in that regard. You know, I've been a user for years. Those who follow my podcast career and know that I have a long-standing relationship with Blue Chew. It's really helped my life. I can't tell you how many really positive experiences I've had thanks to Blue Chew. I've had a lot of things. I've felt really good thanks to Blue Chew multiple times. When, I would have felt very soft were it not for Blue Chew. It's great to be back with Chew. Make life easier by getting harder and discovering your options.com. Check it out. It's my homepage, and I want you to log on right now. And for our listeners, we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try your first month of Blue Chew free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. So you have older cousins. What's the like? You have a big ass family, or?
Yeah. So my grandmama is one of 10.
Wow.
So like, it's just varying ages on cousins. So like, but it's weird. My mama only child, and I'm only child. But like, all her siblings have various amount of kids.
Sure.
So it's just a bunch of folks. So like, I might have cousins who like my grandma 70 something. So I might have cousins who like 60.
Sure.
Or and cousins that are like little cousins.
That's fucking nuts. So was it? We're talking big ass family reunions. The whole
totally. Yeah. I mean, but here's the thing. Though, a lot of them cats are older, man. So it's kind of unfortunate some of them not here no more. But like all my family's from LaGrange, which is like an hour outside of like an hour 30 maybe outside of Atlanta. So like my family's like real country.
Sure.
And like real country, and a lot of them are really tall and handsome.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it really. Yeah, I really didn't come out like the rest of them.
So you stick out at the family reunion.
I'm the family like I was always like like the weird cousin.
Sure, that's you.
Yeah, I'm like that.
You're
I'm like I got the cape on.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you were into anime?
Bro,
or no?
Here's the thing. I was, but not enough to get put down with the game.
Yeah. You were in no man's land. Yeah. You were too much of a loser for everybody else, but not enough of an anime guy for the anime nerds.
Yes, I had the lane qualities, but I ain't do enough of the study.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I ain't do all enough reading. So but I'm a fan, but I ain't.
But your hot cousins from LaGrange, they wanted nothing to do with you due to your Yu Yu Hakusho viewing.
Bro, my cousin, this is something interesting. So my cousin is this football player named Buster Owen.
Oh, wow, okay,
He played with Hines Ward.
That's awesome.
NFL, right?
Yeah.
So he went to UGA. Him and Hines Ward graduated together, and he was in the NFL for a while. So then...
This may look like your favorite childhood crispy treat, but with 12 grams protein and only one.
When I told I was the second person to go to UGA. And this cat is like,
Yeah, he must be.
He like 20 years old.
Yeah.
So when my family found out I was going to UGA, they was like, oh boy, you about to be partying. And I'm like, no, we got different experiences.
Yeah.
Because he went as a #1 recruit for UGA, and I'm just there for marketing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, hey man, they like, hey, wear your protection. Wait, be safe. And I'm like, no man, nobody.
Come on, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate you pretending to give me this talk.
But here's the thing. I tried to play, I don't want to be embarrassed. So I tried to play cool. So I'm like, you know I'm going to do what I need to do, sir. Hey, y'all know y'all ain't raising no food.
Of course, dude.
Nothing good with it.
Yeah.
Nothing about that for bro.
How many times I did the same thing? Like, I would go to my cousins.
Yeah.
I would go to Greece, and my cousins, they were getting pussy when they were like 11 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I had to just pretend I fucked for like my whole vacation, not to feel like a loser. Yeah, it's brutal when you're fucking the fat like scared person in a family.
Yeah.
They're all like, you know what I mean? It's like some of that is anxiety. Like my cousin isn't anxious about anything. He just fucking lives. It's a beautiful life.
Yeah.
That they live,
Yeah.
especially in Greece. It's like economy sucks. Everything like he's of the generation where everything sucked dick. So all you could do was have a good ass time.
Yes.
And I envy that because I just always was a worrier. I was always like anxious and shit like that.
Yeah, it's bad, man. Because a lot of my family, they like either they tall, either athletic dudes, or they tough individuals.
Right.
And I'm neither one of those.
Right.
So I was just an all-around unenjoyable person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just not.
They don't get riffing. Those guys don't understand
God.
riffing as a talent. They're like, you either have to be fucking cool or dangerous or both.
You know, my sister me alternative, bro. So like, they'll come to shows and they'll be like, you did your thing. Never I enjoyed it. They were like, the audience laughed at the words you said.
Sure.
So like,
that is so funny.
Like, bro, I did when we did I did the John Mulaney thing.
You did warm up for the Mulaney show, yeah.
And then I did the bowl with him.
I think that's where we met.
Yeah, we met.
Yeah.
And I did the bowl with him. Nothing. They like, okay, yeah, hey man, how you doing?
Yeah.
I said one line in a Country Wayne movie. They like, man, I'm glad you kept pushing, man.
They're like, wow, Michael Blackson reposted you on his story, bro.
Bruh.
It's starting to happen.
I swear, that one line on that Country Wayne movie, man, that Christmas was turned. It was daps. It was daps everywhere. They like, man, hey, I'm proud of you stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, of course, dude. Of course. They don't get no. Of course. I mean, it's the same thing with like my family. It's like they just kind of knew shit was going pretty good. Like they got it because I paid for shit for them.
Yeah.
But they didn't know what was. And then I think it's like getting on a TV show or like doing a movie. Even though I've made so much more money podcasting.
Yeah.
I lost money doing the movie because I was just not on the road.
Yeah.
They got that. They're like, whoa. And it's like, that's cool. I love it. I'm happy to do it. But it's like, people don't understand what actually matters. But that's almost nicer.
It's not their fault, though.
It's like, it's like, that's what family should be.
Yeah.
You don't want your family plugged into your shit.
Yeah,
you want to feel like a little bit of an outcast. You don't want your family knowing, like, you know, what's popping in every... You want them to be them. You want them to actually be themselves.
Absolutely.
And not, like, weirdly enveloped. Like, there's nothing weirder than, like, kids whose fucking parents push them to, like, show business shit. Your parents, if you're an artist, should not be supportive.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Legitimately, that's how I feel.
No, I agree. My mom was supportive in the sense of, like, you know, if I'm in the jam, she might help me financially.
Yeah.
But she was always, hey, I think it's okay to have a day job.
Right.
Like, she was always like, hey, this is cool. I'm not mad at you for doing this.
Yeah.
But you need to figure something else out on the side. And then that kind of relaxed and start getting
Sure. Well, did they have any, like, what did your parents want for you?
I was just loaded, bro. So what happened was, I was smart in high school. I was smart in high school, but then, you know, I went to college and there wasn't like $10 worth.
Yeah.
So then my grades fell apart.
So pure violence kept you in check.
So my grades fell apart. But I was supposed to go. I was like, I had some lost scholarship or something, and I was working like business jobs. I found I had like ADHD and stuff. Real late.
Sure.
So I was just all bad at all of that stuff.
What was when you get to college? What's the like? Because I remember being like, oh, I felt like I got kicked off campus. So I got caught smoking weed in the dorms immediately, so that fucking sucked for a year. But I do remember getting there those first few months and being like, I don't have to do shit. I can get fucked up. I can eat the dining hall. You swipe in, you eat as much. I got fat as fuck. The freshman 15, I literally gained like 80 pounds.
Bro, at UGA they had a 24-hour dining.
Oh man, that's a fucking problem.
I'm in there posted up.
I'm in there watching lunch change to dinner.
And I'm gonna say this, man. Shout out to India, man, because that was the first time I had that sriracha.
Yeah, you giving India credit for sriracha? I believe that's a Vietnamese
oh dang
creation. Yeah.
Well, all the Indian homies was on the sriracha. They was rocking with the sriracha.
Yeah.
And bro, that was my first time having that, and they was putting that on the omelet. I said, well, y'all went crazy.
Yeah.
I'm in there. That's the first time I started putting garlic on stuff on purpose.
Yeah. So it sounds like you were having more of a fat awakening than an educational awakening. Yeah.
Buffalo Philly cheese. Because people who was like seniors and stuff, they in there.
Of course.
They asking the Donna Hall people to remix stuff.
Right.
So I'm in there doing whatever I need to do, man.
Of course.
Yeah, it was great, man.
I think it's a fat.
Whatever they're hiding. If you love football, this is the best time of the year.
they literally are more willing to give a fat person what they want in a down situation. That's the one place you get fat phobia split, and we command the general respect.
Because they know you're going through a lot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Anyone, yes.
You
Anyone.
on that top bunk of that, get on that top bunk of that twin bed in that dorm. You climbing up that thing.
You're not getting pussy. They know it.
Yeah,
they know this is your one joy the whole day.
Yeah. Unless you like the smartest cat in the world.
Yeah.
And you about to make $1 million. They're like, hey man, just give him another burger.
Come on, who gives a fuck?
Have some compassion.
Yes, just do it. Make the burger with grilled cheese instead of make the buns grilled cheese sandwiches. He needs this. Look at him. Look how much fatter he is than the last month he was here. They have the before and after. They track you.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
But see, I'd rather be this guy. I'd rather be the fat guy than I'm gonna pull out the gun and ruin everybody's life.
I think that's very fair to say.
Yeah. I mean, cause some people that's how they deal with it. They say, "She won't give me no hug." Cow! You like, that's a big step. Bro. If you thought you weren't gonna have no hug before, yeah, man. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I thought that was me, but it's all good.
But also, I will say this though. I finally hit the point where I did think I have to admit that I might be getting too much privileges as a fat person.
Oh, you think so?
I finally hit the point.
I don't know. All right, listen, I'll hear you out. You're on thin ice.
Yes.
But I'll hear you out. What do you think?
I like to fly Southwest, also known as the middle class of the sky.
Of course.
Just like a real American, not too cheap, not too poor, right where we all need to be, just enough.
I agree with you. I wish you could pick your seat. I don't like the.
I'm about to blow your mind.
Go ahead, give it to me.
So most recently I had this new change, bro. So like I'm about to get on a plane and I'm like in the back. I'm like C. I'm like group C.
Yeah.
And you know, when you check in, like you get the last.
Of course. There's nothing more devastating than remembering you never checked in to your Southwest.
Oh yeah.
And it's an hour before.
Absolutely.
And you're like, fuck, you've been spoiled, you've been flying Delta the last 3.
Yes.
So you forgot about, you didn't set that alarm to, you know what I mean? There's nothing worse than seeing a C, once you see the C, and then you see a 3 or a 4,
it's over with.
You're like, all right, well, I'm going to have the worst 4 hours of my life.
You're going to be in the middle.
Yeah.
So the lady walk up to me, and she's like, hey, you know it's almost a full flight, right? And I said, yeah. She said, let me see your ticket. And she said, it says C47. And she said, oh, Lord. And then she said, you know you could go down to the desk. You go down to the desk. You like, hey, I'm fat. They'll give you a second seat.
Wow.
For free.
Yeah, holy shit.
So you go in, you go to the desk, they give you another ticket.
Yeah,
you put that ticket over the middle seat.
Love that.
For free, bro. And that's just off of just being fat.
The way they do, you know how they have the little things where they like put your luggage here, will your overhead fit? They have a fucking, they have a hole. So like, can you squeeze through here? No? All right, here's the second seat.
But you brought up something though.
Yeah.
How do they dictate if you fat enough?
Yeah.
Because she looked at me and said, I'm over here, right?
Still, it is tough to pass the eye test immediately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want her to hem and haw a little bit. You want her to like look at you and be like, but she said, oh Lord.
Yeah. She was like, for the betterment of this plane, you need to get you an extra seat.
This isn't about you, sir.
Yeah.
This is so we can avoid, people are going to desperately try and not sit next to you. They're just going to be in jam as they try and go back up.
Yeah.
They've passed middle seats thinking, how many times has that happened? Eldest, you can hear his laughter, where it's like we're all in the range of, if you're on Southwest and there's a seat next to you, people are going to avoid it at all costs.
Yes.
People are going to, they're going to, when they walk to the back and they see you in an aisle, a middle seat, and another guy, they're like, why didn't I sit next to that old Asian woman?
Yes.
The hubris I had thinking I would get a window or an aisle, and now I'm hit, and now my punishment is sitting next to this fat guy.
Well, here's the thing, bro. Like, you know, the gut functions almost like a liquid as it takes the form of whatever it's in.
Yeah.
So whenever I try to get that middle seat cover, I just spread the gut over
both handrail, over both hands.
I kind of build like an irrigation system over the rail and let it drip down like the waterfall. And once you do that, man, a cat would rather stand than sit next to it. But now they got that middle seat thing. But my thing I'm trying to figure out is, let's say if you were just like a chubby, let's say you like a Keenan Thompson. It's still uncomfortable for somebody to be in the middle.
Sure.
But you didn't make
you have now pushed the burden of being obese to the just kind of fat.
That's what I'm saying.
That's basically what's happened.
They're like, hey man, you not a hashtag big bubble. You gotta get the bubble seat, bro. And so I can see somebody having a rational beef with me being able to get a free seat.
Sure. I agree with that. I will say though, it is the most logical. It's like, look, when you're on a road trip, it's like we grew up with a friend of ours who was mad. He grew up with nothing but fat friends. He never once in his life got shotgun on a long trip. And it's like, buddy, come on. Like maybe if we were high and going to Wendy's, we'd throw him a bone and give him shotgun. But it's like everyone is fat as fuck. It makes no sense.
What if I told you that Hers customers report losing over 9 pounds in their first month while on compounded GLP-1 injections through weight loss by Hers? It's got the same active ingredient as Ozempic and Wegovy, and it's just 1 weekly injection. Take a look at these results from real Hers customers. Compounded GLP-1 injections arrive in 6 days or less, and it includes 24/7 provider messaging access through the Hers app. So you can get answers to all of your injection questions. I love that ongoing check-ins are included at no extra cost too. Don't wait. Start your weight loss journey today.
Sorry, you're in the middle your whole life. And he hated it, but it's like, this is for the good of the community.
Absolutely.
And you are sacrificing, and we understand that, but what, we're gonna put 3 fat fuckers jammed back here? No. It's gonna be you and 2 fat guys.
Whenever we get like an Uber Black somewhere, I know I'm up there with the driver.
You know you're making small talk the whole time.
How you doing, man? What country you from? Where you from?
Yeah, you know you're picking up his little satchel and putting it to the back. Now, Mandel, who's sitting right next to me, you're a man with a nice beard. Sometimes you might consider being clean-shaven. And if you were to do that, the only products you should use are Harry's. Harry's, these razors, German-engineered blades made in a factory that stay sharper longer. Okay? Customizable delivery options, schedule refilled as low as $2, half what you pay for other big brands. A nice 5-blade razor, weighted handle, foaming shave gel, and a travel cover for just $3 at harrys.com/stock. And look, they'll make you nice and smooth, but we over here, we're on record. We're huge Harry's hair care guys. I love the taming cream. You know, I got a little hat on. You know, there might even be some from last night in there. I have to get a very specific look. When you have, you know, we have 2 different styles of hair in these guys. And no matter what, you know, I would say mine's a little finer. That's the only difference. And no matter if you have a nice thick head of Albanian villager hair, or if you have Athenian philosopher's haircut type of fine hair. You know, Harry's, I like the molding, the shaping. Let me get the exact word. I do use this. I'm not even fucking kidding with you motherfuckers. I use it literally all the time. Harry's molding. Not molding. The molding paste is a little too, that's what you use actually. I use Harry's shaping cream. I believe it. I'm going to get the exact call here. I just looked it up, actually. And Harry's taming cream. They got to tame it. It's literally in my fucking bathroom, so don't get off my cock, all right? We love it. You're going to love it, too. And we want you to go shave your shit up. Get the shaving products that always deliver. Get Harry's. Get started with a $13 trial set for just $3 at harrys.com/Stavi. That's HARRYS.com/STAVVY for a $3 trial set. What was the crew like in college? Did you have a little? Who were your friends? Who were you hanging out with?
I mean, bro, I honestly, you know, I feel like we kind of really just secluded ourselves. Like, honestly, all the black people just hung out with each other. So.
Yeah, but within that, who were the you had to have like a crew of like 4 main guys. You know what I mean?
Two of my homeboys who I went to college. 2 of my best friends in college. One of them I went to elementary school and middle school and high school with.
That's me and him. We went to kindergarten together.
Really?
Yeah.
I got one homeboy I know since 2nd grade, so I was hanging with him a lot. And then my other homeboy from middle school. And then, I mean, a lot of it's weird. So the campus, you just admitted to too many people.
Oh, wow.
So me and a lot of my friends, we stayed on the family housing. Which is for
with like professors and shit.
It's for students who got kids. So our neighborhood, so it was like almost like a tiny neighborhood where it's a bunch of freshmen and then there's a bunch of people with like babies. Like it'd be like some family from another country and a dude in a doctoral program,
That's
or like
so funny.
a teen mom or something.
Yeah.
and we was all like in this little neighborhood.
And you guys playing Super Smash Brothers.
Bro, we would get in so much. I'm talking about just the music being an inch too loud.
Oh my God.
They was calling the
crazy.
UGA people on us. They're like, it's so loud. And we like.
Fargo is your virtual assistant from Wells Fargo.
Oh, come on.
Fargo lets you do this.
Fargo, turn off my debit card. I found it. I found my card.
And also this.
Fargo, turn on my debit card.
Do you, Fargo? You can with Wells Fargo. What else can Fargo do? Quickly tell you what you spend on things like food.
Fargo, what did I spend on groceries this month?
Hey, Dad, can the guy stay for dinner?
No.
Learn more at wellsfargo.com/getfargo.
Bro, it's like 10 o'clock. But it's like, oh, this cat got a kid, bro.
He's got a toddler.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Yeah, bro. We was over there. So
now, do you think some algorithm ran the numbers of who were the biggest lames? Who are we putting into family housing?
But you know something though? My friends was cool.
Oh, your friends were cool.
It's weird. I've always been like the lame amongst cool.
Jester mode. You were always on jester mode.
You just did a math that I did not like.
Sorry, man.
I just thought they like saw something within me. They were like, oh, no, we see you for who you is, man. You like, no, you're the clown.
Hey, brother, we've all been there. Nothing wrong. That's how you punch your ticket a lot of places.
Yeah.
You gotta know what you got, man.
For sure.
Yeah. Oh, so they were cool.
Yeah. But you know, I used to pretend to be a leader, man. I mean, like in college, like I was my high school student body president. Bro.
Me too. Or maybe I was vice president or something.
I was student body president, and I was I had started like my school's newspaper.
Oh, nice.
And then I had this organization at UGA that like brought more black dudes to the school.
Nice.
It was like
were they hurting for that at UGA? Really?
Yeah, it was like.
Where's UGA's campus?
Athens, Georgia.
Oh, okay. For some reason.
Yeah.
What's the one in Atlanta?
That's
Georgia Tech?
That's Georgia Tech and Georgia State.
Gotcha. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, but it was like 0.6% was black people.
Really?
Most of the black
at
people.
UGA? Get the fuck out. I would have never thought that.
Yeah, it was like most of it was black women and then like only like a handful of dudes.
Interesting.
And so I was like a part of the program to bring more people there. And let me tell you something, man. Every organization I've ever been in said I was the worst president. I was so bad, bro. My high school was the worst president they ever had.
You know, it's coming back to me. I won president too, because I ran a joke campaign, and everybody loved it. Yeah.
We Sleep was the first Trump.
Yeah. But I remember when I got elected, all my friends were laughing. They're like, "We're not gonna have prom this year." They were like,
Bro.
"We're fucked."
You know what's so funny?
I'm like, "Why did we?" Yeah, we really did. It was Trump style election running.
Bro, because I just
beat like a really smart girl in glasses.
Yes.
Who was just polite. and knew what she was doing and wanted this for a college resume.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like we had like videos, we had like T-shirts, and here's the thing: I'm in the speech, you know, I'm giving it up. Maybe you'll get me vending machine.
Yeah.
Man, bring back field trips, man. And everybody in my class, not one of them voted for me.
Yeah.
But I had freshmen and sophomores on lock. And I won on some like, just like he did. On some like, I'm just promising y'all. In case you don't know what's going on. You know, but like, I'm just promising y'all. And they like, yeah. Man, I got in there. I ain't know no Robert's rules.
Yeah.
I don't even know that's the word, but I couldn't hold no meeting or nothing. They was like, hey, bro. She like, well, you the worst thing. And I led like 2 more organizations after that. And I ruined them.
Yeah.
And I made me realize, I'm just really just good at the talking part.
Sure.
I'm not really good at the
doing anything.
The talking part. Yeah.
I get interesting. I do think there's a little bit of like the way it used to be with closeted gay guys, where they became really good at their jobs and they became really good artists. I think once being gay got more accepted in society, it seems like there's a bit of a swing back, but when it became even relatively accepted, I do think being a fat guy who can't get pussy, you kind of go in the same zone, because even though it's not society stopping your sexual urges, it's just girls don't want to fuck you, so you pour all your energy into being like, well, I don't have time for that anyway, I'm a workaholic. Even though it's not being in the closet to avoid women, it's the women are avoiding you. The end result is the same, because I had a very similar high school experience.
This is funny. This is the greatest take I've
Thank you. Yeah. I think it's similar, because at the end of the day, you're sort of like, you are denied your true sexuality. One is because of hatefulness and bigotry, and the other one is because you fucking had too many Totino's pizza rolls. But in the same, it ends up with, you still have a desire to like prove your worth. So because it's not going to be through, you know, to express yourself, it's going to be through like trying to be a high-functioning, high-powered individual.
Yeah, because I think it's a level of like, I don't have time for that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what y'all doing, really? Like, like,
come on,
you know.
Be mature, guys. I'm trying to get into college. I don't want pussy. I don't want to fucking get head. I don't want to get head and have go to a party and drink fucking Malibu and fucking finger a girl in my mom's Honda. No, I have to be class president.
On some like super side note, bro. I was telling my friend the other day. I got a friend of mine. She, me and her still to this day. I do believe that she saved me. She steered me away from incel-hood.
That's huge.
I think I think you need a level of some lady being nice to you at that age.
Absolutely.
Before the Reddit get a hold
of
it.
Dude, I think about this all the time, where if I had just met, because I know kids in high school who just got lucky and an outgoing girl had a crush on them, talked to them, they like dated, they were not, you know, she was nice to them, maybe they even fucked in high school, and that guy's just a well-adjusted human being. Yes. If that had happened to me, if I had found a girl in high school who was just nice to me and like dated me, no chance I'm doing comedy. I'm just a nice guy in Baltimore right now.
Bro.
Raising his children.
Yes. Okay, so like, I don't even think it has to go all the way down.
It doesn't have to go. What we're talking about is making a well-adjusted person.
Yes.
Just a nice woman's friendship can at least steer you away from being an incel.
Bro, shout out to Erica, man.
Shout out to Erica.
Erica.
And the many Ericas out there.
Yes.
You know, you're doing the Lord's work.
Bro, when Erica came to our high school, bro, I don't know what made her do this. And when I bring this up, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't remember.
Yeah.
But she don't realize.
God was working through her.
I truly believe this, bro. You joking, but I think like this.
Well, you are from Georgia. This is a cultural difference here.
I'm absolutely from Georgia, and I do think when I don't understand something good or bad, if I don't understand something good or bad, it has something to do with God.
It's God or the devil.
Either one.
Yeah, either one.
I'll decide.
Yeah.
Bro, but she had this one phase, it was like 2 months, where she just decided to tell people that we was together.
Wow.
it was just a bit that she was doing. But after the bit, it changed the ecosystem
The way people looked at you.
around me. Because like even though they knew it wasn't, it was no possible way. Cause she's like a really attractive lady.
Yeah.
But it's no possible way. It still changed the stock of me in general. That she would make that choice.
You were just the fact that she chose you as the fake nerd that she was dating made you alpha nerd amongst the rest of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I moved away from gross to women to I'm just cool on it. I'm just cool.
I'm not actively disgusted, just not for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I could see somebody else doing it, but it's not me.
That's
but
what
I
I'm
could,
saying,
yes.
And I think once you hit that level, then it's like it's chill. You a regular person, man.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what made her do that.
You've been moved up one rung in the high school caste system.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not an untouchable anymore.
Yeah,
you're whatever the lower rank of Indian guy is.
Because I was wild
you can still own property or whatever.
I had that back.
What's that?
I was wild annoying in school.
You were annoying.
Yeah, because you know, like I said, like you were saying earlier, like I was big on some like, cause, you know, I feel like when I was younger, I was like bullied a lot. So like, so when I got to high school, I was like the aggressor. Like I would say a lot of wild stuff to people. I was just like, I kind of like relished.
You really were on the route to being a Reddit incel.
I relished in like being unlikable.
A troll,
you know what I'm saying?
yes, you
like,
love troll. Because getting some reaction is better than being completely ignored.
I think it's some of that, and it's on some like, I'm attacking for you attack me. You
right.
It's like a fake confidence.
Yes.
You trying to cover up some insecurity.
Classic insecurity.
You know what I'm saying? I was that dude to a T. Very unlikable. People in school. The biggest thing I be saying is like, I want to be successful, so that people could be on TV and watch me and be like, man, I beat that dude up, man. You know what I'm saying? They could be real proud of themselves for that.
You're doing it for the community.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I was very unlikable in high school. But then when she came around, it flipped, bro. I just became somewhat cool. People start finding me funny.
And this is what age did this happen?
This had
sophomore year, junior year?
I had to be 15.
Okay.
15. I probably at the tail end of 15, probably 16.
Okay, so probably sophomore, junior year.
Yeah, like beginning of junior year.
Yeah. Nice. That's good. That's important.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
interesting being on. I guess I'm lucky because I definitely had a little troll in me. Don't get me wrong, but I was pretty. I don't know. I did have like the class clown, goofy.
Yeah.
I never luckily went all the way to the like. I definitely bullied. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like I would, which comes from the same place of being bullied a little bit in middle school.
Yeah.
And then it like. I kind of feel bad for these kids because they bullied me, and then it became so clear I was so good at bullying.
Yeah.
And I flipped it, and it was like, I was like, what the? I'm like these fucking little pieces of shit bullying me. And they couldn't have known, and I didn't know that my literal career would go on to be shitting on people. Like I actually just was insanely talented at that, and so that was my first ever roasting of anyone. And I would also like, these were like smaller. They were like little nerd. I went to like I went to city public schools, but you would test in. There was like the way Baltimore worked is it's kind of fucked up because there was really only 3 good. They were like, look, this school system sucks dick. If we can make 3 good schools where the smart kids can go to college, that's all we're gonna do. So my mom was huge on fucking education, whatever she would like take me to get to. She would stay after school for me to get my grades up, and so I would always get into like these good schools, and I would get into one of the like smarter classes. So it was like I was going to Baltimore City public schools, but they would like, especially middle school, dude, they would like cordon us off. Yeah. They were like, do not put any of these fucking dorks near the regular kids essentially, because they will get like, they'll get fucked up or whatever. And so it was like these little dorks that bullied me in middle school, and then very quickly I was like, once I realized like I don't need to take shit from these. I could literally fuck these kids up, and I'm funnier than them. That was the beginning of me just being a fucking terror. Yeah. And then I bullied a little much, and then the insecurity from then the desire to get pussy and failing over and over again broke my spirit. That I think I wasn't a bully by the end anymore.
Well, you know something interesting about that, bro? like, I feel like I had this almost a similar path, except like, you know, when I was in high school, I was like real argumentative. And I would like get into a bunch of spats.
Sure.
I was just like really insecure into.
Of course.
I think I kind of wanted attention at the time, but I didn't process that's what it was.
Yes.
But it wasn't until probably about 26, I'll say about 25, where I processed that some of the bullying was my fault.
Was fully deserved.
Absolutely. Like, I had this idea from middle school that people would just mess with me for no reason. It's like, oh no, but I was a short fat dude who was talking too much. And I think, and I wasn't a roaster. I would just say wild stuff to people that just wasn't nice.
Oh, true.
And I think like at that age, nobody can process that emotion other than it's time to dunk or something. So once I realized a lot of that stuff was my fault.
And when you say wild stuff, it's just shitty. You just be like,
I mean, I don't even want to say, but
sure.
just like
cruel, unnecessarily cruel things.
Yes, that was my bag. Yeah, that was my bag. Just unnecessary.
Yeah.
Really lame stuff, man. And then I got old, and I was like, oh, I was kind of like, a lot of this was my fault, bro.
Yeah.
And so then now I just be on some like, now I'm like super like, yo, was I tripping when I said that? You know what I'm saying? Now I like moved all the way to the other
Well, that's
side.
important. It's important to have a little self-awareness.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
for
and I
sure.
wonder what that came from as a kid, just behaving that way. I mean, it probably does start by just the original bullying must have, I don't think was your fault.
Nah.
And then it starts this cycle of how do I deal with it?
Yeah.
He's made a bad choice. You
Absolutely.
know?
Well, you learn that, you know, evil is a poison, man.
Yeah.
It's an infection.
I agree.
So somebody get it from somewhere,
And it
they
spreads,
infect other people, and it's and it never. You gotta like find a way to subdue it.
Yeah.
But if you don't, you gonna spill it out on everybody else.
No,
man.
It's true.
And so I think I was just on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's fucking a great visual metaphor is the Venom suit. You know what I mean? It's like that's what it's like, dude. You feel fucking powerful making fun of somebody who's like, you know, dad died last year, just because they were a little rude to you.
Absolutely.
Just fucking hammering it. You just like, if you feel like you got the big ass tongue and the teeth like Venom.
And then you realize, dang, bro, this is hurting me.
This is hurting me.
This is hurting me. Then 10 years later, you running for mayor, and then 7 people like, when you was in high school, you ruined my life. You're like, dang, my bad, bro.
I fucked that up.
I'm done spending an obscene amount of money on takeout. I'm done.
I'm getting back on track with Factor. Fresh, never frozen meals prepared by chefs. This saves us so much time when we're chasing around our toddler. I can get all the nutrition I need without having to obsess over it. I never run out of tasty, nutritious dinners thanks to Factor.
Factor has over 40 different dinner options.
Like protein plus and calorie smart.
I never thought eating clean could be this easy and taste this good.
I can't believe it has taken me this long to get started.
Spoons, they're out. Panera's new ciabatta dippers are in. Each melty sandwich paired with a perfect portion of soup is made to dip. Go for the French dipper or spicy chicken dipper. No spoon necessary when your sandwich is built to do the dipping. Only in Panera for a limited time.
Ooh, that's the sound of opportunity, my friends. That's the sound of nice little money. That's the sound of Shopify. And Eldest here, this brand new year, January, now is the time to start a business. You know, a lot of people are trying to get their disgusting bodies in shape. How about you get your business in shape? How about you start a fucking business, you fucking lazy piece of shit? You have some ideas, be about some action. Me and Eldest, it was about 2 years ago when me and you started this exact venture of Stoppers World. And where do we sell our merchandise for Stoppers World? Using Shopify. Now's the time to get in there. You're gonna want to look, whatever your idea is. Eldest was at one point gonna, before I plucked him out of the muck and the mire, Eldest he was gonna sell soaps. You remember that, Eldest? In a different world, Eldis, if he had known about Shopify, if Eldis was a Stavi's World listener and he heard this ad read, maybe he wouldn't be producing the show right now. There's a multiverse where Eldis signs up for Shopify and Sula's soaps take fucking off like a rocket ship, okay? Shopify makes it so easy to get your store started. They have so many different, easily customizable templates. You don't gotta know how to fucking code, all right? Let the dorks do that. You're an entrepreneur. They have powerful social media tools that'll connect all your channels and create shoppable posts and help you sell everywhere people scroll. We do that across all our shit. You can buy stuff thanks to Shopify. What happens if you don't act now? You're gonna fucking regret it. What if somebody beats you to the idea? Don't kick yourself in the nuts when you hear this again. Go fucking scroll up on this when you hear it in a year because you didn't do anything now. And I just said scroll up. These words were coming from my heart. I didn't need him to do anything. So, you know what sound you're going to want to start hearing more of? That's right. Established in 2025 has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Stavi, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Stavi to start selling with Shopify today. Shopify.com/STAVVY. Well, look, man, we could talk all day, and we gotta keep come back. We'll get further into your background, but we got the people to help here, so. Let's get some questions going. Anything you want to plug here in the midway, but we don't know when this is coming out, to be completely honest with you.
Nah, I ain't got no plug.
Nice.
I just like to have fun. I am ready for the last time I was surprised by this part.
You know what's going on.
And now I know what's going on, and I'm ready. I'm prepared to say something productive.
I love it. Let's go.
Hey, Stav. How's it going? Big fan. Anyways, I just moved to the UK right now to do my master's. I'm originally from Canada and from Toronto, and well, essentially, I started sleeping with one of my professors.
Nice.
She's really cool. I'm having a good time. But my issue, I'm not getting the marks I need from her. Like I'm getting horrible grades on my papers from her. And I'm just wondering
this lady rules.
I should do. I thought that, with whatever the fuck we were doing on the side, that would simultaneously, like, I guess, I just believe that I'd be getting great marks, and I'm fucking dying in her class, and I just don't know what to do. Like, not to say that I'd want to blackmail her or anything, but like,
of course not.
I'm trying to figure it out. So any advice would be great. I don't know what the move is here. I'm just like, I just thought it was implied that I'd be getting great marks in that course. We're fucking a lot. So, yeah. Let me know. Love you.
Hit the books, you fucking idiot. Hit the fucking books. You want pussy and an A+? Fucking greedy. What were we talking about earlier? Greed is a disease. Bro, you're infected, you fucking bitch.
You gotta know when you got enough, bro. And then I like the word marks.
Yeah, he's Canadian.
He using the word marks, but I'm just like, hey, bro, read the book.
Yeah.
You need to be asking her to help for some tutorial.
Yeah, exactly. How about a little extra help instead of sucking me off? How about explain some key concepts? I mean, first of all, an incredible salute to this woman. This lady fucking rules. She's breaking down. This is a glass ceiling moment. Where this is usually how a man behaves. And I love to see a woman get a little fresh cock and then be like, well, look, pal, sorry, you just didn't. She rules. She fucking rules.
I love his logic, though, where he just like, because he repeats it like 3 times in the, but she's supposed to give me good grades. He's like, that's what I would do.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great point. This clearly betrays that this man would love to sell good grades for pussy if he ever becomes a professor. She rules. What a pro.
Bro.
Separation of church and state. She's fucking keeping them separated, and I love that about her. And yeah, dude, you're a fucking whining, complaining little motherfucker. Just fucking study and get pussy.
Yeah, man.
I don't want to blackmail her. How dare you even bring up blackmailing this shit? Because we know Mando's absolutely right. You do. That means you want to. Why would you? If you didn't want to, you wouldn't have even said it. But it's clear you think you're owed something. And the solution here is.
A protein treat. Think it'll work?
Well, protein bars aren't very fun. Let's give it a try. Introducing a protein bar that tastes like your favorite childhood treat.
Woo, yeah!
Light and airy, with 12 grams of protein and only 1 gram of sugar. A protein treat? It's magic. Find us at magicspoon.com or at a store near you.
I think this woman is such a pro that no matter how good the dick is, she wouldn't give you good grades. But at the same time, your options are study, that's number one, or get so good at fucking that this woman breaks her moral code. But you don't possess that kind of dick. It's clear.
Listen, man.
Clear as day.
For her, it's separation of church and state, man.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that makes sense what I just said, but I do think in general, I like the idea that he keep going to her house thinking that one day the grades is gonna change.
Yeah, if you keep
it's like you gotta accept the reality and do some work, man.
Yeah, you're nothing but a little piece of penis to this lady, and unless you fucking earn your keep, you're not gonna fuck your way to good grades. So stop being greedy and work hard, brother.
Yeah.
You fucking this is what people think of Canadians right here. This is what Americans think of Canadians, and you're just showing it to be true.
I wonder where he go to school at. Did he say that?
He did not. Okay. He just moved overseas to get a master's. Yeah, somewhere in the UK. So yeah, and it's this lady sounds cool. She's smart. Probably has a hot accent.
I mean, he probably going through a lot. He in the UK eating all them beans.
Yeah, the food is not great.
They plopping the beans on their plate for sure.
The food is not great unless you're in London.
For sure.
But yeah, come on, man. Grow up. Fucking study. Next question, Elvis.
Okay, hi, sir. Hi, Elvis. First time calling in. So, let's see. Over a year ago, I started taking Ozempic.
Let's go.
And, because I have type 2 diabetes, and I've lost almost 60 pounds, which is really cool. And I've been married for 2 years. We've been together for 10 years now, and I love him. He's the love of my life, of course.
Here we go.
He's kind of on a weight loss journey too. We're both big, thick, beautiful people. We decided, to kind of stop eating like assholes. And definitely stop.
She'll be our first woman.
Not exercising. That was the big thing, is that we both got, comfortable and lazy, because that's what you do when you fall in love. Plus, like the pandemic, we really gained some weight. So we're doing good. I feel good about our decisions. He does keep joking that he is scared that if I lose enough weight, I'm gonna leave him. And part of me at first was like, hilarious. And then part of me kind of got mad because I'm like, is that who he thinks I am as a person? I don't think he does. I think he's just joking. But, we have a pretty awesome sex life. We're still doing it 3 times a week, which for a married couple is great.
Good numbers.
I feel like we don't have kids. We just have 3 dogs, so it's pretty easy for us to keep the spark going. And I love him so much. And I guess my question is, how can I continue to show that I love him and I'm not going to cheat on him or leave him when I lose weight, besides just not doing that? And, I'm pretty cool in bed. I give really good blowjobs, and You know, there's like some butt stuff, if, you know, and guys not every once in a while too. So I guess, yeah, like what can I do to prove to him that I'm just not gonna up and leave?
This is incredible.
Thanks so much. Love your show. Religious listener. Thank you. Bye.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
I owe this lady an apology, man.
Yeah.
I absolutely thought this was going in the direction of, she like, I done lost weight. I'm up out of here.
Yeah.
And she's saying the opposite.
Well, that's what's beautiful, because on this show, we get this quite a bit. It's become a bit of a meme on the show where I feel like every 4 months, or every 3 months, we get one of these calls, which is a dude who's lost weight, and every time he wants to cheat. And this is just such a show. Like, how much better women are than men. Like, she's lost all this weight, and she's not only not thinking about cheating, she's figuring out how to, she wants to make her fat husband comfortable with her getting hotter. It's not enough that you lost weight. You have to worry about this motherfucker.
I was just about to say that. I was like, bro, this is what makes it so nice is that she worry about something that's not even her fault.
No.
Like, she like, how do I make him feel comfortable? It's like, hey, bro, they ain't got to do with you.
Yeah, he's got to be less insecure. And like,
be less insecure.
I mean, it's crazy. You're not doing anything wrong, and like, he just has, this is his issue to work through. I mean, you can talk to him about it. You could be like, why, you know, I don't want you to feel this way. I love you, whatever. But it's like, if you don't change anything, if you keep behaving the same way, you don't really have to go out of your fucking way. And you know, this might be his insecurity. He has to he should talk to somebody about this. Absolutely. And you know, it wouldn't hurt him, instead of complaining, to just also get healthier. She said they're on a weight loss journey together. Like, you know, she's zemped up, so it's easier to lose weight if he's not. But still, maybe this is it's nice. I think the best solution for him would be to just kind of hop on the health journey with you. You guys have a great, no kids, good, like, you're still like a couple that's like, you know, he has the time in theory if it's just you and him and he's got a job and some fucking dogs to feed every once in a while. Like, I don't know what's holding him back, but yeah, you're a very sweet person, but this is not, it's not your issue.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. I think that the dude gotta handle that insecurity on his own, man. He can't make her responsible for losing weight and looking better. He gotta be secure in himself. So I think in that situation, she just gotta let it play out. I think he'll be straight.
And I also think, and this is most of the time what boils down on this show is like, every time, like, have a conversation. So it's like, he might be doing that weird, pathetic, like, haha, yeah, I mean, you get so high, you might leave me, and she's kind of have to give him like a half-hearted chuckle. Instead of the half-hearted chuckle, be like, hey, I've noticed you made that joke a couple times. You know, one time, maybe you're just joking, but just in case you're not, I want you to understand, like, I would never do that. And you could even be like, she's even a little offended, right? And that's okay to voice that, to be like, not only would I never do that, but it's like, I'm not that kind of person, like, that's not me at all, and I want you to be on the same, I want us to be on the same page to this, and I'm here to support you, whatever, and then you don't mention it ever again, and he has to just get it through his thick skull. You know, the more sinister view is that, like, would somebody who has that insecurity, if he loses weight, would he try and get pussy elsewhere? That's an interesting question, but I don't think so. I think probably what you're dealing with is some guy who thought he was in a, you know, he thought he was in because this is the flip, this is a little bit of fat phobia too, right? Thinking almost like she's a, like, when his wife is fat, she's not the kind of person that could have cheated on him. Like, that would actually offend me a little bit. Because if I'm her, I'm like, buddy, I could have fucked somebody else fat. You know what I mean? Like, I could have been, when I'm, like, that's not what stopped me from, I would be a little offended there, where it's like, you think this is why, you don't think you didn't find me valuable enough to cheat before, but now that I lost weight, you know, like, there's a lot of different readings on this situation, but I think ultimately you're probably with a guy who is just worried that, it sounds like you guys had a great relationship, and he's worried that something might upset the awesome situation he's in, And if he's just an insecure guy in general, he'll glom onto anything. That's been, I've definitely felt that way in the past, but I think one little conversation, if he keeps making that joke again, and then let him deal with it, just go about your business. It's not your job. You can't meet him halfway when you're already the one who's like lost weight.
You made the best point that I was thinking about too, like him being like his idea of like, oh, like when she was bigger, like we was chilling, we were both just doing our fat thing.
Yes.
But now you slim, now the dynamic off, and it's like, hey, bro, like she probably could have been, if she wanted to do something, she could have.
She could have, and also, it's the best thing in the. I love being the fat guy with a hot girlfriend. One of the best things in the world. Yeah. You know how mad people are, how jealous. People don't even believe it sometimes. Mm-hmm. They'll be so mad if fat guys with a hot woman, they will pretend it's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
They'll be like, they're not really dating. Yeah, that's not true.
I enjoy when they find out that I'm also broke.
Yeah.
They like, what?
Yeah,
Where's the logic?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
And recently, it's become like, a lot of people have stopped believing that I can't date women, like hot women, and now they'll be like, well, yeah, he's fucking rich. It's like, oh, okay. But before, it just wasn't gonna. They love to deny. They love to just not realize that like being a cool person and being a good hang matters so much to women. It's crazy. It's like, unless they think you have to trick women with fucking and like borderline treat them like dogs to really get the love of a woman. Is you have to kind of like train them you have to be an alpha. Not true, really.
The poison, man.
The poison, dude. The venom suit.
Yeah, the venom suit is perfect.
Oh, yeah. Don't put the venom suit on. Yeah, you might be able to trick a couple insecure women into fucking you, but you'll never find. They will be worse off. You will be worse off, and you'll never find an actual connection. But good luck out there. We believe in you, and keep up the good work.
Keep taking that Zim.
We're right on the way.
Yeah, I'm about to get mine.
I'm really considering it for real.
We should do it at the same time.
That would be nice, dude. Yeah, the Ozempic Diaries.
Do a follow-up episode in a year, see where you guys are at.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I could see you really ODing on it. I could see you really becoming like going Al Sharpton with it.
Bro,
yeah.
Big old head, big old head, slim body. My favorite weight loss is when somebody got the big head.
The
still,
huge
like when Jennifer
head.
Hudson
Yes.
Yeah.
They look like a fucking Pez dispenser.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got here, Big Eld?
Hey, Stav, how's it going? Quick question for you here. Little dilemma. I am married. I don't have a lot of friends. My wife does. I moved out of state to be with her, so she has friends that she's grown up with. I don't. Can't really make friends at work. They all suck. So she has girlfriends, and then they have boyfriends. I try to get close to some of their boyfriends. One of them I thought I really clicked with. When we all hang out as a group, I think we get along. We like football, we like beer and drinking. I think he's a pretty cool guy. The thing is I've tried to bro him up. I've tried to hang out with him. I've tried to kind of be in his circle. He's from here, so he has a group of guy friends already that he hangs with. He doesn't invite me to hang out with his bros. He doesn't, it's just when we are together with the wives and girlfriends and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, man.
What do I do here? Do I keep trying to hang out with this guy? Do I let it go and just find my own friends? I mean, I can't really tell the guy off and be like, hey, I'm trying to be your friend, fucking be my friend. But trying to figure out what to do. Let me know.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I think this cat an alien. Human skin.
The guy calling.
He said, I'm trying to bro him up. He never let me hang out with his bros. You an alien or undercover cop?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, what's going on here? It's very simple, buddy.
Yeah.
The way you think all your work friends suck, but there's probably one guy you have lunch with because no one else is around, because he's the best of the guys you don't really like. That's what you are in the girlfriend play date situation.
Yeah.
When 4 girlfriends get together, you, him, and 2 other guys, he probably thinks the other 2 guys fucking suck dick and you're okay. And he doesn't mind talking to you. He doesn't even dislike you. He probably has kind of like lightly positive feelings towards you. But he does not like you anywhere near he likes his boys, right? You are the equivalent of a work friend. You're a girlfriend's boyfriend friend. And that happens. We've all been there. In my, other times when I've been dating somebody and like we go to like one of their friends' parties and it's just a bunch of fucking doofuses and there's one guy that's like, all right, I could talk about the Ravens with this guy for a half hour and I won't want to fucking blow my brains out, but I'm never fucking inviting him over to hang one-on-one.
Nah.
That just happens in life, man. And right now you're sounding like you're sounding like a friend incel right now. You're like, this guy owes me friendship. This guy, I've been nice to him when we've had brunch, and he doesn't even want to drink beer with me, but I like beer. And he told me he likes beer too. And so it's like, you don't want to be that guy, man. You just have to understand this for what it is.
Did they say they moved to a new city or something? Why he don't have friends?
So that explains it a little bit. Where this guy's desperate, right? We've all also been there. But this is the like, it's like this. The analogy of an incel is so true here because he's friend starved the way an incel is pussy starved, and there's a desire. You really need friends so bad that here's the other thing: you might not even in a separate situation. This guy might not even be that great, but you just need a friend so bad that you're glomming on to the one guy you made an even sort of connection with.
And I think you gotta make your intentions pure, man. I think you gotta be like up top. Like I feel like if he went and was like, hey, I just moved to this city, trying to make some homies, whatever, I think that you can, he might consider that a little bit more. Because I think a part of this too is that this dude probably just don't think about him like that.
Sure.
He like, this is my girlfriend's.
Totally. We each have our own lives.
Yeah, we have our own
I'm kind of happy to see him at the barbecue, but I'm never going to fucking chill with him outside.
Yeah, I don't even think it might not even be intentional. He might just be like, hey, bro, this is just some dude.
Totally.
And I think if you want to really, you might need to at least just try to ask. And if not, man, there's plenty of people like your football team, man. Go to the bar when they watching y'all games.
Yeah.
You'll make some buddies, man.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You didn't describe a lot of esoteric interests.
Yeah.
You said football, beer, and drinking. I got great news, pal. There's a lot of fucking guys that like that.
Dudes who like that.
Go to a fucking gamble. Go fucking gamble somewhere. If your town has a bar stool bar, go there. You'll find a lot of guys like football, beer, and drinking. Yeah, dude. And I think you're right, man. Where it's like, be like, hey, man, I just moved here, whatever. Yeah, if there's ever something, but you also have to really slow play it.
Yeah.
You can't come off needy. And by the way, if your girlfriends are both like, if they're truly friends and they're going to see each other a bunch, just slow play. Think of this as he's a back burner friend. Nail a lot of positive interactions with this guy. Make it so that you can creep. Again, think of this is the rare time where we're using the analogy of courtship. Think of it as again, I'll go back to the work friend analogy. Try and become this guy's work husband, essentially. Yeah. Try and be the best guy. Try and be the guy who's a little respite from how lame the other boyfriends are every time you guys are all hanging out. Really show what you have to offer in the friendship department over time, but don't rush this, and absolutely try and find other friends. This guy isn't gonna save you. He's not gonna airlift you out of having no social circle. What you want is to be plugged into his shit. That's not gonna happen. See him as a long-term friend project and keep looking for other friends.
And if I can give 2 things,
please.
I think you made the best point. Start with the value proposition, man. You got a great grill. You got a motorcycle.
Right. What are you bringing to his life? Yeah. You're not that cool otherwise.
Yeah. And then I think also, too, it's okay to make some friends outside of your wife's friends, boyfriends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's plenty of homies in the sea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if you find some common ground with somebody, just explore a little bit.
Yeah.
I think he limited himself on where he fishing at.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I think he could try casting a wider net too by putting together like, hey, the girls are going out on Sunday. I'm having some guys over, having all the boyfriends over to watch a game. The girls are gonna be out Friday. We're gonna do a poker night. Try to entice him with that. That's like, there's gonna be other people there.
Why would that guy want to fucking do that though?
Because that's a setting where you can kind of like come and go as you please. You don't feel obligated to stay the whole time.
One-on-one. Yeah,
you have more buffer
He doesn't have
space.
enough friends to do that. That's part of the issue. He can't host an event.
I don't know. He said they got like 4 couples in the mix. It's like, try inviting those guys over.
Hold on. You would want to hang out with your wife's girlfriend's friends solo?
Maybe if
wouldn't.
If it's something low impact like that, I've hung out with them enough time in the couple setting, and it's like, all right.
But that's also another good example.
Let me feel these guys out a little.
You've also been with your girl so long that you do know these guys over time, kind of what we're telling this guy to do. You wouldn't have done that the first year of dating or the second year of dating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I think that's just an idea for like, don't zero in so hard on this one guy, because that's like weirdly desperate to like chase
that's a good point.
That's what I'm saying.
If you want to get him in the fold, you have to look at it like offer something or create a low impact hang that you can invite him to, and maybe you can invite him enough times where eventually, if you guys are boys enough in these situations, you'll be like, you know what? It does sound fun to go to the monster truck rally, or whatever the fuck it is, which actually does sound pretty sick.
But I do agree. I do agree with you where like, I agree with you where it's like, hey, bro, if you. The poker night is, I want to play poker.
Right. Yeah.
So I might come mess with you on poker just because the event that you presented to me.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's a better option, being like,
there's something to do at every second. Yeah. And poker is so you can feel yourself being around dudes, and you really truly need to barely talk, like if you don't want to.
Right.
That's
No, you're right. I guess I'm only a little skeptical because where is he going to find the dudes for that? But that's also a good goal, is to be able to host a poker night. Pick the one good guy from your office. Find some guy this is your chance to create a group of friends at a low impact situation.
And that's also a chance to be like, hey, if you want, bring one of your buddies.
Yeah, bring whoever. Yeah, bring whoever.
Yeah.
We're gonna fucking grill some steaks and play poker.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. I might even if I don't like that much, I'm like, sounds kind of fun.
I'll come do with that hang if I want.
Yeah. If you have nothing else going on, Okay. All right. I feel good about that. Who else we got, little elders?
With Wells Fargo Premier, a team can help you plan for your dreams. So your dream car and vacation home may be closer than you think. Ready to meet the dream team? You can with Wells Fargo.
How much money do you spend per month living in New York City, including everything?
$8K the last 2 months.
And what's your occupation? What do you do?
I do finance recruitment.
Can I spend today with you and show people your life in New York?
Yeah, let's do it.
Welcome to the crib. So this is where you live. It's on in. Right now I'm drafting an email to the client regarding the call that we just had with the candidate. Start by taking all the notes from my call, put it into the software called Grammarly. So there's this AI feature, writes a...
Oh wow, that was quick. And can you use it to like summarize ideas, paragraphs?
So we have one little paragraph there versus this whole cake.
Thank you for letting me spend the day with you.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for coming out.
All right, Savi, I got a little predicament I'm in. Basically, my girl won't suck my balls.
Come on.
That's kind of the issue. She's kind of bad at sex in general, but the no sucking balls is a big one, because, like, I can fuck the starfish, it's just like, you gotta, doing, I don't know what to do.
Oh, man.
He's got talking about it. It's just like, not, like, it doesn't work. She doesn't like
doing certain things, and I'm struggling. My ex was a freak, and maybe I'm holding on to that too much. But she was also not very loyal, you should say. So yeah, that's it. Thank you, let me know.
Not very loyal, you could say. Wow. This guy sounds like he's fucking writing press reports for fucking the IDF. Okay. So, look. That is tough, going from a freak to somebody that barely does anything. I empathize a little bit here. Sucking balls is hysterical, because also a suck. I don't know about you fellas, suck doesn't feel good to me. It can feel painful, the hard impact suck. Maybe that guy's into this though. The like, you know what I mean?
Well, I think you mean, when you say sucking dick, you don't mean just full on suck. You mean getting your dick.
Yeah, but that's a
like,
more general thing. Sucking balls, I feel like, is an actual specific. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I'm trying to figure out is.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, why is this so like?
Yeah.
He's so upset about this.
I think probably because he just got off of a situation where the sex was really good, and obviously other things were left to be desired, i.e., his girlfriend not getting, his girlfriend wouldn't stop fucking other guys. Which I think if you had to pick one or the other, I would probably pick bad at sex and doesn't fuck other guys behind my back. But that's also, that's also a false equivalency, because I think not all hoes are good at sex, and not all loyal women are prudes, right? And look, if you've already talked about it, if you're not on the same wavelength sexually, unfortunately, that might be a deal breaker. What's the rest of the relationship like? Is she great? Is she awesome in every other way? Has she shown any, openness to exploring more? Is this your fault? Are you not doing what you need to do to get her excited about fucking? Are you the kind of guy who's like begging for pussy when she's busy and she's like, all right, you can fuck me real quick, whatever. Are you creating a romantic, erotic environment? Are you going out of your way to help her with stuff? What's the foreplay like? Are you eating you want her to suck dick like a freak? Are you eating pussy to your maximum abilities? You know what I mean? Like, let's think about all of this, right? And if you think you've maxed out every reason why she's not behaving in a freaky manner, and you just aren't on the same page, that might be a deal breaker, honestly, at the end of the day.
I think you gotta count his blessings, man. Listen, man. Your last shot was doing you dirty. This lady seemed like she's loyal, man. You be man. You know what I'm saying?
This is the God-fearing countryman right here. This is the difference between a coastal elite and a God-fearing man from Georgia. I say go for find the freak that's also loyal.
Coastal elite.
Yeah, I'm definitely a coastal elite. From Baltimore, and I live in Astoria. I guess what I mean is a mid-Atlantic, a sex pervert from the mid-Atlantic is really how I would describe myself. But yeah, dude, I mean, at the end of the day, if you don't click sexually, that can be a deal breaker. For me, what can I say? Yeah. We see things differently, man, but what can I say?
Fair enough, fair enough.
Here's with another one. I'll just do a couple more here.
So I've been really interested in getting into the idea of threesomes, and I more so want to fuck the girlfriend in like an established couple, and less want to fuck the men. But I don't really know if there's a way to proposition this without being hurtful. And I was wondering if you had any advice. Thanks.
Interesting.
Why she don't just date the lady?
I think there's probably something. She wants to essentially cuck the man while he's there. Is that what you're saying?
Cuck feels extreme for the tone I'm picking up. I don't
think so at all, because you're right. It's like she's talking about it in the context of a threesome. So she wants the guy sort of involved, but she doesn't want to fuck the guy. Or does she want the girl to like fuck the guy while she's there? I don't get it. Or does she want the guy to watch her fuck his girlfriend. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it seemed like she wanna be with women who got a boyfriend.
Right.
So something about the boyfriend, the lady having a boyfriend is attractive.
Exactly. That adds a little something to it for her.
But who knows? Maybe she also likes the thought of being in there while like the couple is fucking too.
Sure. So maybe a mix, a little voyeuristic plus a little cucking.
Yeah.
Like, you know, she wants to be the bull in the scenario.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. It is a finer needle to thread than a regular threesome. But I think there's probably guys out there that would be down for this. I can say personally, I don't mind the idea of a woman watching me fuck a girl. I think that's awesome. Now, would I like to also fuck the other girl if she's there? Yeah, in a perfect world. But if I'm fucking a hot girl and a different hot girl's like sucking on her titties and then she fucks her, am I gonna really complain about that? Probably not. But there's the amount of people that are gonna be in that, it's a small group, I would say.
I'm about to say, I think because she is a lady talking about a lady, I think this is not a hard conversation for her to have.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I think you could present this to people.
You can present this at a bar.
Yeah, I think people would.
And even if they're saying no, if I'm there somewhere with my girlfriend and a hot girl's like, I want to fuck your girlfriend while you watch, and I'm not into it, I'd be like, on some level I'd be flattered. And on some level I would think about it. And I'd be like, thanks, but we're good.
Yeah,
it's not like a guy coming up and be like, I want to fuck your girl. Then I'd have to fuck him up. You know what I mean? Like, or more realistically, try and fuck him up and get my ass kicked. But either way, it would piss me off.
Yeah, that's
you know
what
what I mean?
I don't think that her approaching this conversation, nobody's gonna walk away like, I'm about to hit that girl.
Yeah. And let's also think. You said you're more into the idea of fucking the girl.
Ollie and Anna seem so perfect. What people didn't know is she was screaming for help.
This marriage is not healthy anymore.
I threw my whole life away for her.
You're my woman!
Would you give the guy a little head? I mean, just a little something to prime the pump. I think, I think you're already close.
Throw the guy a bone.
Throw the fucking guy a bone. Suck his dick for a little bit and then fuck his wife. Is that so much to ask? He's letting you fuck his wife. I mean, I think that's a fair trade. You don't have to suck him off that long. You don't even let him he doesn't even have to fuck you. But if you suck him off, I think you're totally in the clear. I think if a girl didn't if somebody did that proposition and she was like, if we started at, hey, can I fuck your wife? I'm like, that's all right. She's like, all right, how about this? I'll suck your dick a little bit. I'll be like,
you're negotiating.
Sister, you got a deal. Yeah. Put her there. We'll see you in room 428. Here's the extra key.
It's a contract negotiation.
It's a negotiation.
Everyone has to give up a little something.
That's exactly right. The mark of a good compromise is nobody's happy.
I just like that this idea. I just like that this idea is happening like Shark Tank. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to present to you. You sitting there with a suit on.
Interesting. I'm willing to offer you $45 for a 0.1% stake in your pussy. All right, so good luck out there. But I think you're, just be prepared for a little rejection from time to time. But if you pick some freaks who are into threesomes and you try and negotiate them down to I fuck your girl while you jack off in the... Yeah, I think some people might be into it. Because of homophobia, way more people will be into it than a guy fuck. Like, I still, even though I know, and it is homophobic, sometimes I think I would let my girl fuck a woman because I think it's hot because I'm stupid. Even though, you know, it's probably a huge mistake that could cost me a relationship. But I find that sad. What do you want from me? I'm a fucking idiot, and that sounds cool to me. All right. What do we got? Let's do another one here, Eldest.
This is kind of a longer one, but we could wrap it. We have a couple really short options.
Short ones after this if we don't like. All right, if we don't like this one.
Howdy, Stabby. My name's Chris. I'm from Virginia. I've had some questions related to some best friend drama here. Been best friends with this guy for 10 years. Best friends from high school. Basically, his girlfriend won't let him hang out with me anymore. A little context there. You know, around December time, we got a little bit of a couple roads so to speak. Had a little bit of a double couple action, a little foursome situation happen. Him and his girlfriend and me and my then girlfriend. And it wasn't too crazy, but the issue was, I guess, after that, is I continued to one-on-one sleep with his girlfriend.
What?
Which I could see would be a problem.
This
but
guy's
boundaries were
joking,
blurred,
right?
So
this can't be real.
Confusing than that, but now I haven't talked to this guy since January. It's October now. I finally pulled the crazy girlfriend move, showed up to his location on his phone, and just confronted him about it. And,
wait, hold on. Am I getting this right?
Yes.
Let's just make sure I'm understanding this, because if I'm understanding it, this is insane. Our caller and his ex-girlfriend had a foursome with the guy. Okay. The question he said is, my best friend's girlfriend won't let me hang out with him anymore. Yeah. And our caller and his girlfriend and the couple he's calling about all had a foursome. Yeah. The caller fucked the girl he says isn't letting him see his friend anymore.
Yeah. They fucked one-on-one for a bit.
He fucked his best friend's girlfriend one-on-one for a while, and this guy is the one who is confronting his friend about why he's not hanging out with him?
Yes.
That's what I'm to believe here.
And then I like the idea that he think it's the girlfriend keeping him away.
And I'm sure he's saying there's more context. Yeah, Maybe they're in some kind of poly thing, but it's like, dude, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You fuck, no matter how open and cool they are, you fucked your friend's girl one-on-one for a little bit afterwards, unless he's unless he's a turbo cuck who loves that shit. That's weird on its own, but whatever. If that's what you guys are into, that's what you're in, and you have very clear communication, but you're a fucking lunatic so far. So anyway, I just want to make sure I got this right, because I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? So okay, we have all that.
He said he's basically not seen the guy since January. This was in October.
Okay.
And pulled up to this guy's work, I guess. And
insanity.
On his phone and just confronted him about it, and pulled up to him at a Zero Subs family. His family was happy to see me, and he was fine too. We got to talking, and basically he said, yeah, I just haven't been able to talk to you. My girlfriend doesn't like me hanging out with you. She thinks you're a bad influence.
The girl he fucked!
She's worried that if I hang out with you, I'm going to cheat on her. That's what he said. So, which is crazy. You know, we have gotten up to a couple problems here and there, but everything else.
He fucked his girlfriend!
Fine, you know, and that's, there was that one situation, but I feel like it's
that one situation, you fucked his girlfriend? Are you fucking kidding me? That one situation? What the fuck? I mean, this is insane. Yeah, this is the most gaslit call. This guy even believes it himself. He's talking about it like he fucking forgot he was house sitting and he forgot to change the kitty litter and smelled like cat shit when he came back. That's what he's talking about, fucking his girlfriend for a couple months. Okay, keep going. I mean, I'm losing my mind here.
No. I'm trying to gather all the data before I make my point.
Yeah, of course. Let's finish up. But this guy is, we have to fact check him at every fucking angle. Keep going.
Sleeping with your girlfriend. If we got past that, how is there another boundary that's worse than that? In my mind, the worst boundary would be me sleeping with your girlfriend. But yeah, she tracks him on everything. She has his iPad, so she can see everything he has on his iPhone. She has his logins through social media, has his Life 360.
and they're moved in together. I tried to reach out to her, to go, like, apologize, I guess. I don't know, but she just won't have it. So I don't know where to go from here, because I got him on, like, a fake Snapchat. I haven't used Snapchat in fucking 4 years because I'm an adult. And now I gotta talk to him like we're having an affair already. So it's like, what's the difference?
Had an affair with his girlfriend.
I just want my best friend back, but
You fucked his girlfriend!
Being controlled by this girl.
Who you fucked?
He doesn't really like that much, but he has this problem where if he thinks he's gonna break up with somebody, he freaks out because he doesn't think he's ever gonna find love again. But I don't know if this is even love. So, but I just want my best friend back. I just didn't know if you had any advice for that. There's a lot more context, but that'd take a couple hours.
Yeah, okay. There's no context.
Yeah, no, I appreciate any advice you can give me, man. Miss my buddy. Love your show. Bye-bye, bud.
All right. This is insane. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I got two things,
please.
Bro. So I think the first thing that this dude, I think that this lady might like this dude.
If you love football, this is the best time of the year.
Very possible.
I think the girlfriend is trying to keep this dude as far away from them because I think she liked being involved with him.
That's very possible. But
I got caveat to my second thing is, I think also his homie is not over the fact.
Of course not.
That he did something with his girl.
Of course, and here's the other thing.
And so I think he putting the blame on the girlfriend.
Sure.
I think he in general don't want to be friends with this dude no more.
Yeah.
Because he know what happened between you and his girl.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Here's truly what's going on here. Your friend is a coward. The way you think a woman is running his life, and he's not standing up for himself in those relationships, he's absolutely doing the same with you. You fucked his girl, man. You want to know how to get your friend back? You've committed a truly, that's an unforgivable sin. That's it, dude. He's still with her. Whatever you want to say, he chose her over you. You fucked this girl, and they are still together. And yeah, you think they shouldn't be together because you want to hang out with him. You want to clear your conscience. You fucked your life up and maybe their life up too. You're a fucking piece of shit. You're a selfish piece of shit. Whatever context there is, it's the mental gymnastics. The context you claim, I already know it. It's some bullshit that you've convinced yourself you're in the right. You're a fucking dickhead. And listen, call in. I'd love to actually talk to you. I'd love to call on a live call and get to the bottom of this. You fucked up. You should, now, again, unless we said there's some kind of turbo cuck situation, but that's not what's going on here. You're incredibly selfish. You committed a very selfish act, and you want your life to go back to what it was. It's never going to go back to what it was.
Yeah. Man. I think it's two things. I think the couple, in like you said, in tandem, wants to get rid of him so he's a part of their past. And he want the homeboy to get rid of the girl so the girl's a part.
Of course, yeah.
In order for any of these three people to work, somebody has to leave and they don't exist no more.
And the real answer is this guy should leave both of you behind. You're both
honestly,
pieces of shit. She fucked you, you fucked her and think you're entitled to something, and now you're trying to make her the villain. You're a dickhead.
Yeah.
I feel bad for this guy, but he's clearly a pussy. He's clearly a coward who doesn't want to stir the pot with either one. You think he really was happy to see you?
Not
You
at
think
all.
this woman, he hates confrontation, and you've taken advantage of that your whole relationship. You probably miss having a Steve. He's probably your Stevie, and you think you're Kenny Powers. Guess what? You're both Stevie. You're not. You're Stevie. He's just a little sadder than you. You're not a cool guy. You're a fucking asshole. You fucked your best friend's girl.
Yeah,
and
he's
now
got
you're
like
sad.
a very cold, serial killer gaslighting logic.
Yeah.
Where he's like, dude, we moved past the whole I fucked your girlfriend thing. Why can't we hang out?
You moved past it.
Yeah.
Do you really think he's past it?
No.
I honestly, I hate you. I think you're a fucking asshole. Because here's the other thing. You weren't even honest with us.
Yeah.
You weren't even like, dude, I made the biggest fucking mistake of my life. I'm an idiot.
He tried like
I
chill.
fucked my best friend's girl, and I'm so desperately trying to make up for it.
Yeah.
I don't know what I can do. I'm racked with guilt. He doesn't even sound guilty. You're right, Elder. He's like, we moved past it. You shouldn't have moved past it.
I feel bad for the
I would
homeboy.
never move past. Absolutely, I feel bad for
because
him.
I hate that he think that he can't find love again. I hate that he think that he got to stick with a lady.
Yeah.
Who would deal with his best friend.
Yeah.
You
For
seem
sure.
You seem like a solid dude.
Yeah. And here's this is classic, the most unreliable narrator of all time.
Absolutely.
So we don't even know what happened.
Yeah,
and he claims there's more context. I'm very dubious about the context he claims there is. And the context is probably shit. People like this will force like non-confrontational people to agree to things that they don't actually believe. So it's like, you know, he thinks the world works like, you know, well, technically he said it was okay after he like badgered him about it or something.
Yeah.
Life isn't like at the court of law. It's no technicalities. It's based on emotions and how you actually treated people. You have to start fucking understanding that. And honestly, you don't deserve your. If you fuck this guy's girlfriend, even if it was in some messy, I pressured them into a fucking foursome. Like, I'd love to know whose idea the foursome was. Now, was it your friend's idea and he opened Pandora's box? And then maybe you and his girlfriend pressured him into pretend. Like, if you did that behind his back in any way, I don't need any more context.
Yeah.
None whatsoever. Whatever.
And he gotta accept that if your friend really want to be your friend, he'll help you. Like showing up to his showed up to his job or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of that is like, hey man, if this dude want to be homies, he'll reach out to you.
Yeah, yeah.
If the relationship supposed to be there, it'll be there. But you can't force like, man, he done did something wrong. Or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You have to pay for your sins.
Yeah, accept your consequences.
Yeah, exactly. Accept your consequences.
You know how to
Wow, what a fucking asshole. All right, I'll just got something fun for us to go out on here.
Hardpoint identified. Hostiles got the hardpoint.
Hey, Stav, long-time listener. I've called a couple times. You know, I've had a resurgence in just not feeling great about myself. How do you love yourself? You seem like a guy that is confident, and honestly, you've taught me so much ever since Stubby Solves Your Problem days. But being a fat little rascal myself, about being confident, and there's a market for people like us being a fun hang, easy things like that. But now I'm trying to go to the next level, I guess. How do you love yourself? How do you become more confident as a fat little rascal? And you know, it's just something that I've been struggling with. All right, love ya, bye.
I want to know the answer to this too, man. I have nothing to contribute.
Well, I mean, that's not true. Come on, you're doing great, buddy. You're doing a great job of it. You actually are a great example of finding your thing and finding your zone. And I would say one thing to tell our friend here, and you know, other people who are in the plus size community, and especially, you know, non-pussy getting fat guys. Like, first of all, don't think of it as a market. We're not products. You're a fucking guy, right? And by the way, my thing is I'm the fucking best hang in the world. I'm awesome to hang out with, and I'm, you know, I'm good at riffing, making you feel comfortable. I'm curious about people. Like, I have certain skills, but also that doesn't have to be you. The reality is you find who you are. What to take away from it is that no matter who you are, no matter how you look, no matter how you behave, there are a significant amount of people in the world that want that kind of person in their life. That's the lesson, man, is to realize, yeah, maybe I'm not for everyone. Maybe the way the world works, the majority of people aren't interested in hanging out with me or fucking me, right? But more people in the world want to fuck you than you can ever fuck. Even if you're a fucking, no matter who you are. And that goes double if you take little steps to improve yourself, just to make yourself feel better. That number will go up. And so that's the real lesson, is realizing that, like, you don't have to be something else. You don't try and be who I am. Don't try and be who Mandel, you know what I mean? Don't, and look, you can take, you can be inspired by and incorporate certain parts of the things that we do. maybe some fashion sense, maybe go hunt mode. You've been that's sort of your version, to sort of your spin on what I do. I got my thing, right? I come from the East Coast. I like fat guys in Hawaiians and tracksuits. You got your 60-year-old cousins coming in with the Kangol. You know what I'm saying? Like you're crushing it, and it's like find your version of what you feel comfortable in, who you want to be, and then go out and figure out who you want to be.
This is World of Warcraft, but there's no classes because there's archetypes. Instead, archetype is a fusion of two or more. Fire is a fusion of Fire Mage and Shaman. Or this Master of Shadows, which is a Warlock Rogue with Succubus. Pick one, then play the game. As you level, you'll unlock your archetype spells and abilities and get strong. Adventure to level 60 gives you total Chad badass. Once you hit 60, it's time to get creative. At max level, your character unlocks. Now you can unlearn spells and talents you don't want. Guess what that implies? It implies you can learn abilities you do want. And you can. Customize your champion with spells and skills from any class in the game. Forge something as unique and interesting as your browser history. Then go dominate dungeons, raids, battlegrounds, the arena, and even custom Vanilla Plus content like new dungeons, new world bosses, new mechanics, and even totally new content like the Managed. Challenge Azeroth with your own unique custom hero. Make your mark on the world. Welcome to Ascension Custom Lab. Download the game and play free.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Who you are, and then figure out what the better version of yourself is, not of somebody else. Don't mold yourself into somebody else. Mold yourself into the best version of you, and then you go out and find the people that would like that, and they're out there, bro. So don't worry about, we all go through that, right? Not feeling good about yourself, no matter who you are. Everybody feels that way. As long as you're just more often than not trying to be better and trying to be true to who you are, that's the secret. I mean, I feel that I've gotten more secure in myself every year by just figuring out what I actually like and not trying to, go fit into people's expectations and just being more and more me. And that's all it is, dude. So don't get caught up in like having to recreate any kind of archetype. Figure out who you are and then go for that. And if you don't have to be like a fucking big fat party animal, life of the party guy. You can be whoever you want. It's fun to be that guy. I like it. But if that's not you, don't stress over that. Figure out who you are and then be the best version of you, no matter what it is.
I think that was phenomenal advice, bro.
Thank you.
I want to add one thing too. I think you just gotta be kind to yourself.
Absolutely.
And I think that you gotta practice kindness on others to develop it within. Just how people was
kindness
mean to
is
you.
huge. Kindness is absolutely huge.
You just how people was mean to you and you start to feel bad about yourself. You gotta practice being kind to others, and then it'll come on to yourself as well. And also, just really dive into the things that you like and accept the people who also like those things.
That's who you are, yes. Yeah. Those are your contemporaries.
And don't worry about the people who don't.
Yeah.
If you like Hot Wheels or whatever, you're gonna have to get the Hot Wheels shorty.
Yeah. But the good news is there's more than ever. I feel like women who are into these weird, like the internet has showed us that there's a ton of like, and it goes back to the perpetual example is the anime kids growing up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they were better off because they had their own little fucking and now the whole world is like which is crazy, but those guys are really feasting right now. But
you can apply that to anything though.
Absolutely. No, that's what I'm saying. It's like that's like whatever it is, be that. And the kindness thing is a huge note. It's something I think we should start hitting on the show. Is like it's never a mistake to be a little kinder than you think you need.
Yeah.
You will never regret that. You will never regret being nicer to someone. You will never regret tipping a little more than you have to or whatever. You will never regret just helping somebody out just a little more, right? If you have the time or the money or the resources or whatever, it's always, when in doubt, be a little kinder. You will be shocked how much that improves your life.
It does. Also, in that moment, no matter what happens, you can always rely on being like, hey, at least I'm a good person.
Totally.
And that's the thing that matters the most, bro.
Yeah.
And I think things are fleeting. Like you could lose weight or gain weight or have more money or less money. But if you just a solid individual, I feel like that kind of sticks with you and makes you feel good about yourself.
And that's the key to everything. It's like,
I don't believe
like
it's bad.
that's something I think about. You know, my shit's been going really good the last couple of years, but it doesn't.
Sir, what? Frank, Jojo's better. I know this guy did not just get best play with a piss, so I'm bad. He's good.